Popped up. Welcome for those listening for the first few seconds while I get everything moving. There we go. All right. Welcome back, one and all. Hello. I am back, more organized this time, and with less of an asshole of a boss to tell me what to do beforehand. So, we return after having a week off, which honestly probably won't be noticed other than the fact that there'll be about a week in episode difference for those who watch these. We thank you so much as far as it goes. Yeah, so let's get into it with Monster Monday. Last time we left off, the party, now gaining their grand name of the Pastries, as a joke. Of course, we don't know yet if this is going to be the group name. The party managed to get a minor quest hunting down a couple of morph trolls in a lyrium mine, also known as Death Ore. After a little bit of exploration in the mines, the party managed to lure out two of the trolls, simply tearing off the arms of one of them between Melvin and Tuntun, I believe. And right afterwards, grabbing the other, and with the help of Doots himself and a little bit of prestidigitation, the one-ass cheek troll was created. Though unfortunately he would die. He'd die quite literally a turn after, as our Grand Mimic Gygax would find himself devouring the poor surprised troll's head, allowing him to mimic the creature. The creature's head specifically. After spending a little time in the mines killing these creatures, the party managed to catch note of a few other morph trolls that had come out down another tunnel. As the two trolls would manage to escape before the party could react, they would manage to get the sound of maybe 20, maybe 8 morph trolls coming after them from that same tunnel. Deciding it was better to escape and retreat, the party took the two troll bodies back up towards Zebril, where they would choose to take a surprising quest reward that has still perplexed the majority of the other parties when hearing about it. Congratulations by the way. You've literally stupefied like half of the other players on your decision for items for killing those two trolls.
They don't know us yet.
Nope, that's true. As you lot would spend your time then adventuring or walking through the city of Zebril's Hive, exploring a couple of the shops, meeting a dressed troll named Durask, who would feed plenty of pastries to the poor Tuntun, as we'll see later, who got tricked into devouring that poor troll. The party would then spend, I believe you lot ended with heading towards the inn. Wasn't that, as I believe, where we left off?
Mm-hmm.
Going towards the end, and I believe we will be starting fresh come morning after having a full night's rest. Yes, I'm familiar. God damn it, Koltak. Yeah, no, I know the joke. You got the same humor as my grandfather, as far as it goes. But yes, as you lot wake up come morning, seeing, not really knowing if it was morning. No. If he was, this city would be burning currently. As you lot come down from the upstairs, having spent the night getting a full rest in, relaxing, counting your coin, getting a full meal from the innkeeper's staff, you lot find yourselves now back outside the inn, kind of shooed out by the innkeeper, who didn't seem to much care for you lot. The somewhat looking illithid named Vel that you lot caught the name of. After being shooed out kind of in a rush with a bundle of breakfast, you lot find yourselves now standing on the street. The city kind of starting to bustle and go about itself. What would you all like to do?
That's crazy.
Wow, guys, alright, so...
Party leader, what are we doing?
We're gonna head back into the dungeon. I'm just trying to get my notes up and check everything, make sure before we leave. And if you're such in a rush, then fine, we can head down into the mines immediately.
No, it was just there was silence.
I can't seem to find it in my notes. So DM,
Yes.
the request that I believe you've been notified on, has it gone through?
You assumedly would have sent a letter in the night, making a request, and as far as it goes, you would have gotten a letter back that the expectations would be that you would complete killing the rest of the 20 trolls that were let loose down there, and only upon their death would you be rewarded with the items you requested. They are currently being worked on and will be, of course, given once the job is done.
All right, thank you. Well, let's, if anyone has any other preparations they might want to take care of beforehand. Otherwise, let's go head back into the mines and take care of the infestation.
Okay.
Tuntun groans agreeingly.
I mean, I ain't got really anything to deal with, so whatever you want to do.
Listen, I'm full on pastries, so I'm pretty good here.
You also have pastries in your backpack.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, you did put pastries in my bag.
Yeah.
I can't reach them, so, you know, I'll try not to bite the hand that feeds.
Try not to walk in circles while you're at it.
I'm gonna get on.
I will
Tonton's
bite
back.
you.
Okay. Hey, you climb up Koltek onto his back with little ease.
Little ease?
Little. Oh, my mic cut out. Little ease of difficulty. Oh, my apologies. Here. Is my mic already gonna be an issue now?
Are
Okay.
you making fun of my size?
You know, I would never do that. At least not in session.
Tiny.
At least.
As the dungeon master, I hate all of you equally. Let that be known. Don't worry. But yeah, as you lot are kind of standing about, you see a few people going out, many of them, different forms walking about. As you're kind of noticing, discussing this, you do start to notice something a little different from the last time you were here, or yesterday night. Looking about, many of you catch that there's an obvious increase in Thrycreen in the stronghold walking about. Noticing many of them seeming to almost have blank stares, going about a very orderly line and staying out of the way of the other citizens that seem to be walking about. But
I noticed nothing.
Yo, these bug people are pretty cool. Tuntun thinks to himself as he's never seen a Thrycreen before.
yeah, they as you think about this, you notice a couple seem to kind of look over towards you for a moment, Tuntun, and the rest of your group, giving you a side eye, but continuing about almost in a perfectly orderly fashion. Kind of watch you a little bit longer as you're talking. You also, most of you seem to notice that they almost have an exact pace going about them. But as you look about, Doots, you see the exit back to where the mines were, still open, easily ready, available. If there's any shops you'd like to go to, most of the businesses opening up at this hour, or starting to open up at this hour. Is there any place you lot would like to visit?
Nowhere that we, or as far as I know, nowhere that we have the funds to afford it what we need. So,
All right. So you turn.
that's why,
Mm-hmm.
that's why my exact wording is, as far as I know. I don't know how much money you got, Caltech.
Okay. Yeah, so as, are you, if you guys aren't going to go anywhere then, Doots, I take it you're going to be leading them towards, the mines?
Yeah.
Okay. As you turn, kind of realizing without cash, you lot start heading back towards the caves, or towards the exit and into the caves, following up the path and turning, instead of going to the left and up the steep hill, a little bit of a realization, Tuntun, as you now feel your body slightly heavier looking at the steeping for a moment. But as you turn, the party turns to the right and instead heads down the decline towards where you had seen the trolls and towards the caves. The caves open back up to you lot. And you begin to see a pathway that looks slightly different as you turn to the town, where the wall used to be, and due to where you actually watched it close up in front of you. You now see the path looks to be cleaner and clearer, with a small river running into it. You manage to spot this strange river going further in, and then what looks to be the cave kind of cutting to the right, and with a few damp mushrooms here and there kind of popping up. The smell of the water, or the damp water and musky of the water kind of permeating through the area. You also get the strange scent of something rotting coming from further in the cave.
So we're coming from like this enclosed area to the open, where like
The bottom to, yeah, you're going up. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Where's our 5 feet?
Yeah, correct.
Well, that's new. Do we want to go and check this path, or just go back down the one we know?
Do I know anything about these mushrooms?
Roll a knowledge nature check.
What about dungeoneering?
I will take that as well.
27. That's a nat 20, by the way.
Yeah, so these are actually commonly a mushroom that grow in dungeons. In fact, you would have seen them upon looking for your home, looking for a home to call, or a place to call home, rather, where when finding someone like Gygax or any of the other dungeons you would have been exploring through the time, you would have seen the mini mushrooms called, and let me pull up the name, pull up my exact thing here, one second. Vitalis is one of them, which is said to be a mushroom that works similar to a healing potion, which you're pretty familiar with overall. Let me see if I've got, excuse me, there we go. That makes, apologies, I have my thing filtered, so I don't have the exact description up at the moment, so 2 seconds. Where's my, oh yeah. Oh, anyways, yeah. So you see the these red mushrooms that seem to have a strange cap to them, acting similar to those to healing potions or mining healing potions. You also notice a couple of smaller blue ones that seem to mostly grow around where you see lights or cracks of blue dust around the rocks. These blue mushrooms you would recognize as a lyrium substitute, although the name isn't very well known as far as what they're used for. But these are the blue ones are known to restore magic spell slots, basically when distilled and used in alchemy. The last one you'll notice is a small group of purple capped ones that seem to only grow along the platinum lines, like the little gleams of platinum metal in the walls. As you start to notice, these lot are similar to plemlium, which is a very poisonous flower that is known to pretty much act as an instant killer for most who ingest it.
I look at Melvin. Can I eat
I will.
those?
I will give all of that information.
I look at Melvin. Can I eat those?
Yeah, as you explain
I
this.
don't want to, but I mean, you can try.
Which one's
know
not
that?
good?
Just know that we're not going to give you mouth to mouth or anything.
I open wide my mouth. I go over.
But if anybody has anything to store the red ones in, they kind of work like healing potions.
Tun wiggles his back, showing the newfangled saddlebags that he's gotten.
Yeah. I'll see about harvesting the red ones and the blue ones for spell slots.
Okay.
I eat a red one, I eat a blue one, and then I grab a purple one and show it to Melvin. Can I eat this one too?
You probably shouldn't even
Fuck around and find out is what I always say. Go for it. I mean, we just can't heal you. That's not me saying anything. That's just me as the player telling you to do it.
Melvin said no, so I put it down.
All right. Yeah, you said
So
it.
You can make a poison out of it.
I mean, I'll definitely take some purple ones to do that.
Okay. Give me a I believe that's survival in this situation for harvesting. Yes. Go ahead and give me a survival check, please.
Alright. I got a 12.
Yeah, so you start kind of going in with a knife, cutting out the mushroom stems. I mean, they're like normal mushrooms. You kind of figure out that the heads are where most of the, whatever chemical is in these things to make them change. Kind of avoiding them. You cut the stems pretty cleanly. You get, about 4 pounds of each, of both of the mana and the Vitalis, so you can add those. And for your own notes, because I know you're going to want to know this, it takes... Cure Light Wounds. I believe it's Cure Light Wounds is the lesser heal. Yes, there we go. There you go for that.
Alright, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And the same would be for the purple gap description. Yes. So let me find it. This one is so I will mention, Melvin, you would note that the purple mushrooms do not actually have a noted name for them. Most people have marked them basically as under the Plumlium, which means this would be a unique species. So I will get you that description here.
They didn't really call those anything yet. It's more of a being than a plant, I guess.
Give me a sec. Yeah, as you mentioned that, seeing these, everyone give me also a spot check while you're going through this. Uh,
16.
Okay, 16.
8.
Okay.
18.
Alright. Nice. Alright. Perfect. As you lot look about, I'm also typing these as we talk. As you lot look about, you start to notice a bit of what looks to be excrement kind of shoved up against many of the walls near where much of the mushrooms are growing. You also kind of spot Koltak, a small foot sticking out of a little, what looks to be a large pile of, well, to describe it any other way would be troll shit. As it looks to kind of like poke out of the dung completely. A little bit grayish in coloration as it as you kind of spot it. There we go. All right.
Are
Okay.
you talking about the pile of rubble on the right-hand side of the map?
Correct. Some of the stuff on some of the stuff on the map won't be actually on the map, so just as a heads up, I'm just using this to kind of give you like a general where everything is.
Yeah. I'll let everyone know. I see a foot over there.
Oh.
Do I see the pile?
Yeah, you all, as you kind of look over, start to notice as the smell kind of creeps up on your nostrils.
Are you talking about the thing sticking out of the poop?
Yes. It's a foot.
That's cool.
A big gray foot.
How good can I look at it without having to touch it?
It's sticking out pretty heftily, and so you could pretty much see the entire bottom face of the foot and the, like, toes, most of it, except for pretty much all the way up to the mid-calf. Like, this is a pretty sized, thing.
I would like to look at it, see if I can figure out what it came from.
Yeah, that would be knowledge, nature, survival, or, yeah, just those for right now.
Okay. I don't have nature, so I'll do a survival.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
7, it's humanoid. You're definitely sure by looking at that, and by the tech of it, it's definitely not naturally gray. It's probably been here for a while, with the color of the decay it's going through.
Well, something humanoid was in here recently. Sounds like they just drove down the street.
As the bad guys go flying off in the distance in a car, Harry Potter style.
That was actually the leftover gas escaping its anus.
Oh my. Well then, I guess we better tread carefully, and move silently. I say to those of us that walk. You know,
Tun gives
Just,
a
like,
frown, not
gliding over
being
top of his
sure
head.
he could how so sneaky he can be.
Alright.
Gygax, can you use your things to make Tun quiet? Or at least.
How high is the ceiling above us?
About 35 feet above you.
No, it's too high.
Ah. Well, I tried, and I just like fly up a little bit more.
Yeah, as you...
Hey, Melvin, if I stick to you and then I shoot pseudopods at Tun and try and pull him up, can you help carry the weight?
I definitely don't think I can carry Tun.
You know what the funny?
Not all of the weight,
I've
some of the
not
weight.
told you guys how much I weigh, so this is gonna be very funny when you guys try to do this.
Oh, it'll be very funny even if you don't weigh much because I can't lift anything barely.
That'd be great.
Gygax, as you're looking at between the two of them, you can definitely tell Melvin doesn't look. He's not very strong looking overall. Getting a look at him, but you don't know how much he could lift. You're not familiar enough with these creatures to know if he's strong. You've never seen Melvin try and lift something heavy, so he could be strong.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tun. I can get off of you, and I can walk myself.
I'll shake my head as like a that's not necessary. It probably wouldn't
Okay.
help either way.
I'll stay. I scoot a little bit more towards, closer to the behind Melvin, Tun's head, so I can react more on defense in case something pops out.
Okay. Oh yeah. So So as you kind of lower yourself down to where Dutes was standing in the last battle, like right on the at the shell, right behind the head of Tun, kind of leaning back against it, you find yourself a nice little perch on him. Now making it very easy to react if anybody comes after him without having to jump off or without having to walk. All right. As far as it goes, what's the marching order going into this? For my own notes.
Would it be me and
You guys can fit about three people shoulder to shoulder going down this, but I just want to see if there's
I figured I'm kind of hovering behind Tun and Gygax.
Okay.
I'll be walking beside Tun.
Okay.
A little bit ahead.
Okay. All right. As you start kind of going up in front of him, Dutes, go ahead and give me a move silently. Actually, the entire party minus Melvin and Dutes and Tun, since you're the only two walking. The water as you walk through while you're rolling this is roughly about up to your knees at this point. So for reference, Tun, your head is kind of like tapping the water. You can feel the water on your chin as you kind of wade through it.
so that's a natural 1 for a 3.
Oh no! All
I
right.
got a 7, and I have a plus
Oh,
6.
boy.
That means I also got a natural 1.
All right. Well, let's
I'm loud and proud, thank you very much.
Alright, as the sounds of all of your equipment and everything on your back, the pastries are secretly full of a little bit of lead that bang against each other, smacking a couple of the rocks under the water that make off sounds of alarms. No, in actuality, as you two sorry?
I was gonna say like, oh yeah, this must have been the perfect time for me to just decide, hey, I'm gonna inspire my party mates by dancing in the middle of the river.
Yeah. There you go. Alright, let's see.
If I'm gonna do anything for the trail, might as well
Even if
inspire.
the river was too deep, I have a pretty decent swim speed. Well, yeah, I have a nice swim speed. It's pretty great.
As you lot start to head further, kind of start walking forward, the splashing noise, the water sloshing about, the kind of gentle, light talking as you walk in, seems to carry heavier into the entirety of this cave, echoing throughout, and you start to hear the sounds of somewhat walking feet, but not urgent, just calm walking in the distance. as you start to peep around the corner, I assume with Dutes kind of being the first, Dutes, go ahead and give me a spot check.
All right. Can I roll good this time?
I can also use, well, never mind. I can only sense feelings. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, if you... 13? Okay. Yeah, as you turn and look, you see in a bigger open area, as the room kind of opens up a little bit, a very kind of strange looking river that it kind of goes into the river kind of goes into the wall, and as you get close or kind of look around towards it, you see this statue popping out that looks similar to Zebril himself, holding what looks to be some sort of blue crystal where the water seems to seep down from, and all beside him looks to be a couple of two morph trolls, both that look to be very focused on the statue and like poking the crystal, while also looking to, the other one seems to be pulling out some sort of strange brush and out of his hand, like out of a belt, as he kind of starts to paint onto the onto the statue. A little curly mustache just kind of starts laughing at it, not seeming to notice you lot.
Wow, that's impressive that they didn't hear us.
I will relay this to the party that there are some enemies up ahead, 2 morph trolls.
All right, Gygax ready.
I floatingly nod.
Okay.
Alright, let's... As I check my spells, knowing damn well I don't have any combat spells because bards don't get combat at level 1.
Don't worry, I'm a wizard and I don't either.
Bless you.
Tuntun's loud sneeze echoing through the entirety of the tunnels.
They still don't hear us?
No.
No, it was such a deep and loud sneezing. It sounded like rocks crumbling from like the ceiling.
However, yeah, you guys are standing. Yeah, so you lot standing at this entrance right around the corner from it. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess it's get ready for combat. See if we can get a surprise round off.
How high is the ceiling? Is the ceiling still 35 feet?
Correct. Yeah.
I look at Doots and Melvin and Tuntun and go, I can make my feet sticky and walk on the ceiling above them.
That sounds like a good idea. I think you should do it.
I'm also going to fly up closer to the ceiling.
Okay. I start pseudopoding sticky feet up the wall.
Okay.
Moving
Yeah.
Silently. What do you want me to roll other than move silent?
Move silent is fine. I think as far as it goes, you've already been capable, or we've already had you just sticking before. I believe did I make you roll it as an attack last time? I don't think I did.
My move silent.
I think you're good, yeah. With a 14, yeah, you start to kind of walking up onto it, jump in the water, you kind of quietly slosh through it, making very little noise compared to the very loud sneezing Tuntun. And easily climb up to the top of the ceiling, finding yourselves climbing all the way up to the top and seeing the very jagged spikes that kind of stick down every once in a while. A little bit of ore that seems to still be somewhat exposed on the roof, but otherwise, yeah, you manage to get yourself up.
Start walking along the ceiling to be directly above them.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for them to see if they see you. Okay, and then with their modifier. All right. You continue to walk kind of around the spikes, sometimes climbing over them really with little ease. You manage to get right over them without them noticing. As one of them, you start getting closer, you do notice is wearing a large belt. That seems to have like a bunch of little compartments on it. He's like pulling like not pencils, little like ink feathers and vials of stuff, little random jars of things, just randomly out of it as they keep laughing at it. What's up, Melvin?
Oh, my cat knocked something down.
And I rolled a 20 for hide.
Perfect. All right. As you begin to hide, the other one is going to also see if he spots.
And I recognize, do I recognize them as morph trolls?
Yes, they are about the same size, and they look to be exactly identical to the other ones. As you look down, all right, Doots, Melvin, and Tuntun. You watch as Gygax gets himself into place. Melvin, you're floating above. What do the rest you want to do?
Very quickly, if I can, I want to try and inspire everyone get with Inspire Courage.
Okay, how are you going to inspire?
Best I can do at this moment, because I can't sing. I don't have an instrument, and I don't have any other tools, so I'll just do a dance.
All right.
Much leg motion, not to throttle the water. I must specify purely upper body movement.
Give me a perform check and a move silently check.
All right, first up, perform. A 13. Wow, I'm rolling lows today.
Okay.
And move silent is going to be a 20.
Nice. Well, the figurative dance isn't really all that impressive as he starts kind of moving about and jostling himself, and a somewhat way of like explaining his plan to surprise these creatures to Tuntun, Melvin, and Gygax, who can see this. None of you have ever really experienced a bard trying to inspire you like this before, and watching him do this like pre-ritual like movement before battle kind of seems a little odd to most of you. But you now,
I whisper to Gygax, is there music that I can't hear? Oh, he's far away.
Yeah. As you look about, like, looking for Gygax whispering this, you suddenly spot him over, or, like, trying to, like, or hiding over top the trolls currently. Let me see. As far as it goes for the bardic thing, yeah, you get a +1 morale bonus on your saving throws against charm and fear effects for those who are doing the Inspire Courage stuff, or who, for those who can hear it. And that is...
They also get a +1 morale bonus to attack and weapon damage.
Correct. What's the distance? It doesn't say. So anybody who can hear. So you guys all can hear this, or see this, as you would be able to spot him. No issues. Okay. As you perform, Melvin and Tuntun, Melvin, you're floating above, and Tuntun, you're still standing at the entrance. What do you two want to do before, as these trolls have yet to notice you?
I'm gonna sneak up behind these trolls.
Okay, before you do that, Melvin, what would you like to do before Tuntun gets caught?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to fly kind of up against the corner, out of the way where they can't hit me.
Mm-hmm.
But that I'm, let me see, I'd like to be like 30 feet
Okay.
from them.
Yeah, as you kind of start to move about, you go ahead and put yourself in one of the corners. So I'm going to send a map over here real quick just to put where you guys roughly are. It's not going to be pretty currently, but this will give you kind of an idea. There you go. As you look about, you can kind of see the circle. Apologies, my M is horrid. But you can see with Gygax up in the top corner, right above the water, seeing the statue. Melvin kind of floating up against the ceiling and towards one of the corners. The creature still not noticing, and Doots and Tuntun still standing at the entrance. Doots having just performed his dance. Tuntun. You watch as Melvin floats away with the dance going on and Gygax climbing up over onto the ceiling and away. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna stealth up behind those guys. I'm a sneaky boy.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and give me a move silently roll. Let's see what you can do.
That'll be a 21.
Yeah, you managed to start to sneak up on him quietly, kind of pulling your legs up and slowly just kind of floating down the river, realizing it would be quicker than trying to slosh about. You, like a very slow snake coming up on its prey, float down at the snail's pace as the rest of the party watches you eagerly going down. As you come up right behind the two trolls, I assume that would be the cue for everyone's actions. You've got the surprise round. Let's roll initiative to see who's going to go first.
Awesome. 17.
17 for for Tuntun.
9.
9 for Melvin. Okay.
I can just imagine a giant, kind of like little speckles of metal, giant snapping turtle just slowly moving his way up, about to fucking eat someone.
He is slowly going down the river. And then let's roll for the trolls.
He'll be coming down the river when he comes.
Man, my rolls tonight are not... Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. Well, Alright, Tun-Tun, as you float down as the first up, getting that surprise round on them, neither troll having noticed you, you come up right behind him with them 5 feet, with 5 feet between the two, you and the both of them, one on either side. Which one are you going after? You see one has a weird belt that he keeps pulling strange objects out of, painting a mustache onto the statue, and the other that just keeps poking the crystal that seems to be pouring water out of it.
I'm gonna bite the one with the belt.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Alright, so, do I have... Well, what... Not really advantage. Do I get a bonus to this attack?
So it's surprise, so you're just going against their flat-footed AC, basically, is how it would work. So you're getting a lower AC on them.
And you have a +1 for morale.
Yes, that is correct.
I have a +1 for morale.
Well, and I guess
Alright.
technically Gygax... Well, no, because you're still up. Yeah, never mind. Well, if Gygax drops down, you'd be considered flanking. But yeah, go ahead.
So I rolled a 19 plus my modifier. That's
Easily hits.
23, and then so 25.
Yeah, easily hits, biting into the creature's back as you tear into it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Of course. Let me pull out a d6. I'm gonna use the one with the skull in it. Alright.
Oh, no.
That is 9 damage.
9 damage. As you turn to looking to the troll with the belt on, biting hard down onto his thigh, right where your head's at, you rip and tear muscle pulling out with blood spewing everywhere, and the creature screams and howls out in pain at the sudden shock and fear in his eyes. Looking as blood comes curdling out of his mouth, this creature is just giving up a death scream and alerted everything in this cave as the creature is utterly in pain. It's still standing, but it is looking in shock and awe at you, Tun-Tun. There is fear of death in its eyes.
So I got a question. Would me, because I know we moved before initiative. Does
Correct.
That still mean I? Oh,
You don't have a movement yet, so you can still use a second action if you'd like.
Hell yeah, we're gonna bite this man again.
All right,
That would be a 21 to hit.
that hits.
And as for damage, another 9.
Another 9 as you watch the troll goes down, as you kind of rearing back your head, shoving it forward again, biting at the thigh again. You pull and all hear a snap as the center bone or the thigh bone completely collapses under the weight of Tun-Tun's snapping jaws. The creature kind of collapses. The death scream goes dead silent, and you start to hear the rushed footprints or stampeding of other creatures from all around you as you start to listen in. But you kill the creature, Tun-Tun, or at least it looks like it's not moving. And as Tun-Tun's chin kind of bellows out slightly at that. The creature, the other one looks in shock. Tun-Tun, as you finish your turn, Dude's still standing at the entrance, that little turnover area. You've got full cover standing here. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take a second to see, and try and see if I can hear where the footsteps are coming from on which side of the cave, as I see there's 2 different exits.
Give me a listen check.
All right. 16.
16. So you begin to pick up that there are maybe 3 or 4, roughly to your right, that would be coming down the hall to your side, on your right side. To the left, or rather north, further into the cave, you count... At first you count maybe 9, 10, but the number seems to slowly increase. As well as the strange soundness of different footprints, or feet hitting the ground. Going from that kind of wet slap on the stone and muddy points to almost like a clacking sound that seems to be coming along in the distance as well.
another day we're not going to be able to fully complete this quest. Because I know damn well I'm not trying to stick around for that many, because we will just die.
Alright, that's one action for your listen check. You have another, or you have a movement if you'd like it.
I'm going to move closer in my full feet.
Okay.
So
Rough.
that I can at least get into combat. I move. Where is it? Oh, there it is, 30 feet.
Making it 30 feet down, you make it about halfway down the cave, seeing the troll is about still 20 feet to your right, slightly in front of you, with the Tun-Tun kind of in the middle between you and them, as Tun-Tun makes a very large blocker, not much of a door.
Now that I can see down the caves, I guess I will have to spend my next turn doing it. Trying to see how stable those caves look.
From what you can, I'll give you this because you're in the room. From what you can tell, these caves are very hurriedly made. These are not professionally dug out, from what you can tell. Just from basic travel, you would be able to tell most of this mine looks to be very fluid, which gives the interpretation of either it's natural or it's not very, or this was kind of dug out following ore.
Okay. All right. So then I guess I'll spend next turn. I will take down and try and cause a block in.
Okay. All right, Gygax, you are up, watching Tun-Tun just tear into one of the creatures. Dude seems to be focusing down the hallways, kind of looking both ways and listening in. What are you wanting to do?
How high above the other troll am I?
The troll would stand roughly, let's say, 4 feet. I don't have the exact measurement off
But
of
did
it.
the ceiling come down a little bit as I neared above them?
There would be, I forget if they're stalagmites or stalactites, but one of them, kind of pointing down, that would bring you down about another 10 feet, at its peak. So you would be roughly, thank you, you'd be roughly, at that point, 21 feet above them.
Good. They are within reach.
Hang 'em.
So
Hang 'em.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna do a pseudopod double punch attack. with
Okay.
Punch daggers.
Oh, okay.
So the pseudopod attack is a 1d6 plus 2, but with the punching daggers, I add a 1d3 plus.
Okay.
No plus on that one.
So it'd be just a 1D. That'd be, you can do a D9 or you can roll them separately. Up to you. Because I don't think pseudopods do any other like special damage that daggers don't.
1d6 plus 2 is what they do.
Well, I mean, like, is it a different damage type or is it the same damage type?
No, they're different. One
Okay.
is bludgeoning and the other is piercing.
Okay, yeah. Then go ahead and roll both of them for when you. But yeah, go ahead and roll to hit. See if you can.
Ba-dum-bum.
With ease and practice, Gygax, almost as if this is natural to you, that you getting the punch daggers set up on the pseudopods, you start shooting, launching him towards the creature and manage to easily start pinning him down and hit him. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So.
Okay, 10.
Hold on, that's not all of it.
Okay, no worries. Got to get the big numbers in. Oh, well. Okay, maybe I spell.
Total of 15 damage. The first one was the bludgeoning.
Okay, and the second is
Second one is
piercing.
piercing.
Perfect. Yeah, so as you watch as you shoot one of these pseudopods down towards the troll, sticking into the creature like an arrowhead perfectly, it manages to dunk into the chest slightly, kind of pushing the breastplate of the creature in a little bit and stabbing really deeply into it, watching the knife go disappear for a moment into the body and into the hole. As you kind of retract back the pseudopod, you watch as the heart kind of pulls out with the
I don't
knife.
retract.
Oh, you're not? Oh, yeah. Sticking, you can see that it's
Oh, no.
stuck into his chest on something, and you can definitely tell it keeps kind of like moving slightly, like it beat every few seconds it moves and like slightly pulls out a little bit, almost as if it's hit something that's moving, as if he's breathing or his heart is trembling. The creature looks up at you with fear and paleness coming in his eyes as its lips are as around its lips blood is starting to show. It looks completely terrified and in shock.
Because my next action
Uh huh.
is I let go of the ceiling and I open my mouth wide.
All right. Let's go ahead. I'll give you a +2 for dropping onto him. Let's see if we're to hit.
Cowabunga.
Let's use your bite attack for the thing. All right, +2 with a 12. Yeah, you drop down, biting down onto the creature. You managed to hit with its complete shock and fear in this situation. Go ahead and roll damage.
That'd be what, a 1d6?
I believe so, because it's the same. I think it's treated the same as its bite attack. Yeah.
Max damage.
As you bite down on the creature, you manage to grab onto its head, and almost with a clean chomp, you all watch as the creature's body goes limp underneath Gygax's mouth, kind of stepping away, or kind of stepping off the creature. The head and a bit of the shoulders completely clean gone off this troll.
Well, next up is the knees and toes.
Breakfast.
As you say that, looking about, you got two troll bodies now next on either side of you. Gygax, does that end your turn?
Those were my 2 actions.
Perfect. Melvin, you're up.
So both of the ones in the room are dead.
Correct. But you can definitely hear the footprints coming all around you.
Are they coming just from the direction Doots is watching from?
From what you can tell, roughly at this point with the sounds, they'd be coming from both the further up, going further into the cave, and also to your right. Yes, for where Doots is looking.
Okay. I'm going to fly over towards Doots, and then I will hold my action until I see one.
Okay. All right. As you hold your action, flying over to Doots on the right side, the trolls are up. The first troll is going to come around the corner, and I'm just going to add their initiative onto the original initiative.
So for the chunk of map that we see, so it's it's an opening to the left and to the right, correct? Is that what it is?
To the right and then up, yeah. The entrance you came in is the one to the left is the entrance you just came in, where the river is flowing into.
Okay, well, yeah, so that fork, so up and to the right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. As the second troll comes around the corner, seeing Gygax on that right side, seeing Gygax standing there, kind of not really standing high, looking down at the creature, seeing him standing over it though, the troll for a moment, eyes wide, seeing Doots, and then looking at the other creature with its leg basically torn out from underneath it. The troll kind of wide eyes, scared, turns around and starts to run. But Melvin, this cues your action if you'd like to take it.
Get him.
And this is where? The north or the south?
South on the right side. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's running away from us?
It's getting ready to turn and run. Yeah, back down the cave.
Okay.
But you're only 10 feet from it since you decided to go stand next to Doots, so...
Let's see. Did I use all my movement to get by him?
That would have taken you to... Yeah, that would have taken you your 30 movement to get right next to Doots, basically. From where you were, yeah.
No, I'll hold off until one comes towards us.
Okay.
Like, aggressively.
Alright, that troll is going to turn and head down the very narrow right side as he barely manages to fit in. He is going to end his turn. Up to the top, Tun, you are up. The trolls seem to... You just watch the troll try to go, scatter down the right side hallway, disappearing into the darkness. You can still hear the light footsteps coming.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
There's blood in my eyes. I have a taste for it now. Troll blood.
Alright, yeah.
Reminds me of pastries.
Turning to the side, squeezing into the cave. It's a tight fit. You are now. While others can climb over you, you definitely can't fit anybody else next to you as you're crawling down this. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15. You come...
Astries.
Yeah, exactly. As you come kind of stomping around the corner with blood on your mouth, sniffing for pastries, you turn around the side of the corner and see two trolls one troll in the middle of, looks like he's cooking in a pot, some sort of like mixed of white fluffy object, as he seems to be very confused as another troll is waving its arms and like trying to point towards you. Yeah. As you look about, this little like inlet is blocked off from what you can see. It looks like this is a dead end, and there are a bunch of like flowers that seem to kind of give a light silvery gleam that is a sparkle, almost giving an unnatural light down towards this cave. As you see these two creatures, not even noticing you at this point. But as you hit your 30 feet, that takes you to there.
I only have a 20.
Well, 20 feet takes you right around the edge. I'll give you the what you see though. Yeah, you're good. All right. That takes your first movement. You still have an action if you'd like to do anything.
He had a Astri boost.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, exactly. He was so enticed by it, he moved 10 feet faster.
Yeah, it was not like walking. It wasn't running. It was like a little brisk cant. It's like pastries.
But yeah, you've got another action, or you can use it for movement if you'd like to get closer in.
I'm gonna get closer.
Yeah, you round the corner like as an eerily, slowly stampeding death. As
Goblin
stomp.
Slayer, like the red eye, just
Yeah,
Nice.
stomp after stomp as this wide turtle blocking the entire thing slowly marches way down like a predator ready to eat its prey in its burrow.
There is no escape for you.
You come to the end, and the creatures seem to notice you, panicking and screeching as they drop the one drops the pot onto the ground. All right. That's your 2 movements. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it. And by the way, I must let it be known, Robert, thank you for that little gift there.
All right, dudes, you just watched as Tun disappeared down one of the dark side caves, vanishing after a troll. You can hear him like stomping around back there, but you don't hear any sounds of combat or anything as of yet until the sudden sound of metal dropping kind of catches your attention. Otherwise, though, it goes quiet once more.
I'm concerned about us getting pinched right now. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the support, or look for any support beams that might be holding up the cave heading north and further in.
Okay. Even without a search check or spot check, you do not see any. There are no support beams that you you spot.
Okay, so we don't have deception checks in 3.5, correct?
You have bluff. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because insight is like trying to figure out if somebody's like lying to you, right?
So sense motive would be insight, yeah.
Yeah.
But bluff is what you're looking for if you're trying to
Deceive.
deceive someone.
I want to try and make because I want to yell down. My thought process is if I cast no, that would be thaumaturgy. So try and bluff my way out of this and sound as monstrous as possible. Trying to see if I can scare off the trolls from coming in this direction.
Okay. That'd be a bluff. That'd be a bluff roll. As far as it goes, you could. Well, actually, if you're trying to scare them, that could also be considered intimidate. If you're trying to go for that. Kind of depends on what you're meaning by scare. Are you trying to make them think there's another creature down here, or are you just trying to like cause them to turn and run from like the presence of your voice? Because that's the difference.
Try and make them think that there's some bigger monster down here.
Okay, yeah, then that's just that would be a bluff.
Okay.
Tun is that monster.
Hey, you won't eat you in a second. I will let my victory roar after I kill these two.
That is a 26.
Okay.
Nice.
I am now a headhunter.
He is. He's the greatest bounty hunter out there. He's got all the hits. 26.
So what? No head?
What creature are you trying? Are you trying to intimidate any specific creature, or just a general?
Seeing as Dudes has never met anything in particular, so he wouldn't know how most of these creatures sound, he's going to do his best to what he think a dragon would sound like.
Oh, my friend. Oh, I'm so happy you said that. It's not a bad thing. I have a list for this.
Like dragon sounds?
No. What dragons you'd actually be able to know? So, because there's actually a pretty good list for this.
I am half pay, so...
You would know a fairy dragon.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point.
Fey dragon.
You let out a loud roar out throughout the entire thing, loud enough that the city starts to kind of make waves, almost with the sound being able to go all the way. You're starting to hear the bustle coming from deeper back towards the stronghold. The creatures seem to, like, you start, as soon as the roar clears and it goes almost eerily silent, minus the licking of the lips of Tun in the cave in the back, or in the other side cave. The sudden, like, stoppage of nothing, and then some, like screeches and panic sounds as suddenly a bunch of very loud footprints are heard going in the opposite direction, as it seems like you made something work. Moments later, though, you do this, almost seconds after you do this, you see this large, angry-looking Illithid pop up in the middle of your group, right in the river, standing there, looking almost identical to Zebril, except now wearing full plate, looking like he's carrying a large glaive, and looks about at all of you, ready to attack, confused.
I think you made him think there was a dragon down here.
I'm gonna roll
And
his
that's a lot bigger
initiative.
threat than a bunch of trolls.
Yeah, okay. Oh wow, I rolled poorly. All right. All right. As you roar out, Doots, though, that's one of your actions. What else would you like to do?
Turn to this new person and immediately greet them in my head saying hello. I apologize for the confusion. There is no monster.
There's no dragon.
There is no dragon. We're just trying to take care of the trolls.
Roll diplomacy.
Okay. 24.
24. Yeah, you start to, or as you start to speak in your head for a moment, saying this, the creature kind of turns and looks at you for a moment, and you see a slight, like, strange nod, that seems to kind of, no, while the head doesn't move, you can feel the sentiment, as the creature seems to disappear just as quickly, vanishing once more. As he just rolled terribly on his fucking check. Okay. All right.
I bought us some time.
As you end your turn, Doots, with this roar having done this, Gygax, you turn, looking about. You see Tun heading down this tunnel, making those sounds. Tun, please mute your mic while you eat. Gygax, as you kind of turn and see the troll body still laying beneath you, and now watching that mind flare creature just suddenly appear and then disappear after Doots roared like a dragon, giving a strange kind of perspective that this creature, I mean, you've never heard a dragon roar before, so... this kind of gives you a unique perspective towards what Doots may or may not be looking at him.
I'm staring at empty air because of the Illithid that showed up and then vanished, and I'm staring in awe at Doots for the roar he did. And I'm also listening to Tun lick his chops.
Very loudly in the distance, yes. You can kind of hear it picked up.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost, so I need to roll this. Yeah, I'm stuck on what to do. I rolled an even. I'm stuck on going, do I go to Doots, or do I stand here and stare and start asking questions? I don't know what to do. So I'm holding my actions.
Okay. as you hold your action. Up after you. Okay, let me roll for this real quick. Let me see. Oh no, this is...
Death will come to these trolls, whether they like it or not.
You hear suddenly the loud noises of like shouting in Giant, very rough and like almost gibberish-like, as if someone who doesn't speak the language proper is trying their hardest. Do any of you speak Giant?
I think so. Let me check.
Well, I'll be able to understand it nonetheless.
Yeah, I know Tun will be.
Yeah, I speak Giant.
Okay. Melvin, do you also or no? Oh, give him a second.
No.
And
Is
Gyga?
Giant a version of Underdark?
It is not. It's its own language.
Then no.
Okay. Dutes and Tun, with you being as over in the area, you start to kind of pick up the audibleness of this, barely. But Dutes, as you hear the order shouting, "Not big, small, turn, fight, wife want win." And you start to hear the footprints start charging back towards you guys.
Wife fight back. Kill wife. The wife gone.
Regret.
Melvin, you are up.
Well, I guess we should go make sure that Tun is, well, I mean, I imagine he's okay, but you know what I mean. And I'm just going to start flying towards that direction.
Yeah, turning to the right, you go down the cave. What's your fly speed, or your movement?
It is 20 foot.
20. Coming to that same area, or a little bit before the same area where Tun had come around that corner, you find yourselves in this tight squeeze of a cave where it only fitting you. Though Gygax or Dutes could easily go underneath you with you floating in the air. You take up too wide of a space for anybody to get beside you. You can hear Tun slowly approaching something, and the sounds of like squawking and squeaking as some creatures are yelling and like panicking further into the cave.
Right. I guess I'll move another 20 feet.
Coming around the corner, you see Tun slowly marching towards two trolls that look to be like pulling out like little spears from the corner that they're riding. One of them looks to have dropped some like iron pot that has a bit of white dough in it that seems to have fallen into a little bit of water and just mixed with the dirt as the two trolls seem to be readying themselves, only noticing Tun at this point.
Cool.
All
That's
right.
my turn.
All right, as you end your turn, the trolls, those are dead. The second group are up. The two trolls are going to look at you, Tun, and put themselves to either side of the little cave mouth opening. As you start to realize that the cave being its single file, the creatures wait. One is going to try and lean a little bit forward and stab you with his 10-foot reach. All right. Now, let's see if I can actually... Oh, we lost someone. Who did I lose? Anybody important? Nope. Alright. Give me a second. There we go. As he turns to hit you with his spear, Tun, stabbing at you, he goes to the swing. 16, does that hit?
Nope.
You watch as it kind of bounces off, and the creature looks very confused at you, and he is going to attempt a second one. Again. And man, this time instead of getting irritated, he just kind of takes a stick and like whaps you with it on top of your shell, listening to it kind of like breaks apart in his hand, and he just looks at you annoyed now as he stares. Though that ends his turn, the second one is also going to try and take a shot at you. It is going to pull out a little vial of potion, or a little potion vial, and it is going to drink it. As it does so, it begins to shoot out what looks to be a bright light out of its mouth. Tun, you are now blinded as every time this creature seems to like smile at you or open its mouth wide, like almost a sunlight looks like it's peering out of this creature's mouth as its tongue is covered in oil.
Gotcha. I don't like that.
And then it is also going to try and take an attack on you. Now, with you at you not being able to see it. So giving it advantage. Oh, well, it'd help if I actually hit roll first. 24! Does that hit,
That
Tun?
meets.
Damn! Alright. Tun, as you feel it smack onto you, it slams on, or the spear slams into your, right between your plates of your shell, and you feel a little bit of a spike kind of stabbing into you, but as it's about to bleed, you feel the spear kind of pull back, as the creature seems to smile, like dance up and down as you watch the light kind of moves. The creature seems to think it has hit you. Oh, yes. I will give the map that you can see now as far as it goes. My apologies. I will update that real quick. And then put... And then... Alright. As, there you go. As you look about, Tun, the creature still blinding you. That ends its turn. Back up to the top. Tun, you are up.
All right. So they both have a 10-foot reach, right?
Correct. Well, that's what you assume at this point after fighting one that tried to reach or got 10 feet on you.
Gotcha. So, and I'm currently blinded.
Correct.
Okay. So, this might be rough. We're gonna try it anyway. I'd like to move forward so I could attack. I'm
Alright.
gonna try to bite the guy that blinded me.
Yeah, moving up another 5 feet. You are now within reach of the creatures. However, they are flanking you, just so you know, as they're on either side of you at the cave with this cave. So just to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's fine. What would be my negative for being blinded when I'm attacking?
In this case, it would be a -3.
A -3?
Mhm.
Okay. Do I still have a +1 for morale or no?
Yes, correct. It lasts 5 rounds, and we're on our 4th at this point, so you're good.
Oh, okay. That would be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Fantastic. Alright, let's see damage for this little blinding fucker. That will be 8 damage.
As you bite at the creature, biting towards its leg, you hear the creature screech out as you bite on, like grabbing its leg and jumping up and down, trying to get its foot away from you. The light keeps like going in and out as it closes its mouth and opens its mouth once more. Yeah, the creature though still seems standing as you bite down hard, pulling away as muscle and sinew kind of tear out, and the blood kind of goes again, covering you. Still smelling slightly. It still tastes like those pastries you tasted earlier, but the smell's not there.
It smells not the same, but it tastes the same. You know, maybe I just got a cold or something. I don't know.
But yeah.
Well, that's my turn.
All right. As you end your turn chewing on more of the muscle of the morph troll, Doots, you hear the slight scream coming from down the cave and can kind of see the brightness bouncing off that one little like turn area. Now pretty much illuminating poor Melvin, who's also kind of blinded by this like daylight spell, daylight oil. But off to the north, you can still hear the footprints coming closer. What would you like to do?
Does it sound... there's no point in hiding. We're about to get cornered. We're about to get pinched. And if I run, I'm a coward. So, might as well just go help Tun.
Okay.
Good man.
You're gonna climb into the narrow cave?
It's not ideal. unfortunately, but it's what we're given with. So yeah,
Okay. What's your movement speed?
30.
30, so 5, 10, 15, 20. So making it to 30, you'll make it right before the turnaround of the bank. So you're about 10 feet from roughly Melvin.
Okay, and then using my extra 30 would get me to where Tuntun was.
No, you'd get like right in front of Melvin because of you'd have to go at half speed due to crawling underneath Melvin.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. Unfortunately, the passage is too narrow. It's only 5 feet, so only one of you can fit in here at a time.
I guess I will just stay at the back or stay behind Melvin, and then hold my action for if I see a troll coming towards me from behind to attack it.
Okay. All right. As you ready your action, ending your turn, Gygax, you're up.
That means that there is a space between Doots and Melvin.
Correct.
I squeeze my tiny little ass with my 15 feet movement double timed to that spot.
I thought it was 50 feet.
15.
Are you sure it's not? I thought you had 50 feet. Do you not have 50 feet anymore? Did you get rid of all your feet?
Oh no, I have 50 feet. I only move at 15 feet per.
I'm just giving you shit, man. You're good. Yeah. No.
Don't give me shit, give me head.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy for that. I'm a top, not a bottom. No. So as you turn and kind of claw in there, you have so you see you have 15. Now are you? I assume gonna be trying to climb up onto the ceiling, or are you just gonna stay on the ground and try and climb between their legs?
Oh, I'm gonna climb between legs.
Okay. All right. Then with your movement for 15, that gets us 5, 10. That'll get you right behind Doots with 15. If you go the rest of it, you'll get right in between him and Melvin.
I get. I actually with 30 feet, I can get right in between them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you go to 30 feet, so using both your action and your movement to get up there, you charge up there forward, and you now stand behind Melvin. Can see easily the bright daylight and the slightly illuminated cave down further. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Gygax? I assume not, but gotta ask.
Not at this time.
All right. As you end your turn, that third group is going to come around, charging around the corner. Doots, you at the back, you are able to spot the slightly larger troll that looks to be wearing a, what looks not like a full suit of leather, but patched together pieces of leather that looks like have different colors and shades on them that also seem to be having little blue crystals like strapped onto the armor. As this troll comes running towards you, you see 3 other trolls right behind him.
Okay.
But they get to the entrance, or to that top entrance, and that ends their movement. Thus up next. Oh god, I gotta scroll far now. Excuse me, I just lost my thing. There we go. As they finish up their turn, Melvin, you are up. What would you like to do?
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see the one wearing the armor, right?
Yes. No, you cannot. You're technically around the corner. These creatures are back in that initial room at the northern entrance, yeah.
Okay. I will fly up. Probably. Trying to think. How far am I from the 2 monsters right now?
Currently at the end of the cave, going over Tuntun, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 40 feet from them. If you want, well, 35 if you want to get within 5 feet of them.
So I'll fly up my 20 feet.
Okay.
So I should be within 30 feet of them now, right?
Correct.
I am going to wave my quarterstaff, and the one that looks less damaged of the 2, I'm going to cast Daze.
Okay. All right. Is that a C?
4 or fewer hit die.
As you go in turn, is that total HP or is it just? I assume it's current.
It says this enchantment clouds the mind of a humanoid creature with 4 or fewer hit die.
Okay, yeah, you watch as the troll with the bright sunlight tongue seems to suddenly almost close his mouth and look like staring at you, Tun like in a daze, his eyes going wide as if he's stoned out of his mind, slight drool coming down. Still, calf still has this giant gaping hole where Tun just tore a chunk out of. The other troll looks to be in a panic as he sees the one now just standing there not doing anything. The spell seems to have gone off.
I saved you some time, Tauntaun. Now fuck him up.
Tun spewing blood from his nose. Not his blood, but, you know.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Ending your turn, the second group of trolls are going to try and attack. The one in a daze is going to skip his turn. Well, wait. His daze is save. Let me double check.
It doesn't say that there's a save. It's just the one turn.
Detector does not gain... Okay. It's just... Oh, the one round. Okay. So until the end of this round. Perfect. The one then is just going to stand and stare at Tun in disbelief. The other is going to try and stab him once again. Or no, actually, since he lost his spear, he will just be smacking you with his claws. Tun, go down. 13, Tun.
No, sir.
The claws slash onto you, and as they scratch across like a chalkboard on your armor, doing nothing, he pulls his hand back and kind of like waves his hand in front of him, freaking out. He is going to make a second attack. At 17.
No, sir.
Yet again, smacking you with the other hand, and seems to be almost confused as it tries. The creature, irritated at you, continues to try and wallop you, smack you back and forth, but nothing seeming to do anything. As it just sounds like the beating of a war drum. Ending his turn. The dazed one doesn't do anything. Tun, you're up.
Yeah. Is this guy still blinding me or no?
Technically at this point, no. His mouth is closed.
Fantastic. Does a 24 hit? I've been rolling 19s today, no 20s, but
Yep, that hits.
24 hit, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh, max damage.
Oh no.
That's 12 damage to this guy.
As you go back in for a second bite, you watch as the creature's leg falls out from underneath it as you tear and snap. Pulling the foot away whole, kind of chewing on it as it sticks out of your mouth now. The creature just drops to the ground, still in a daze, dying without ever getting a chance to snap out of it as the creature just falls to the ground, completely bleeding out.
You know what? And all, like, if you're thinking about humane ways, you know, that's probably like a more humane way to go. Not really aware that you're being killed.
As Tun deals with the morality of eating people.
Yeah, of course. I gotta, you know, I'm glad I don't have teeth. Otherwise, you know, all these bone shards would get stuck in my teeth.
Did you want to do anything else, Tun? You still have one more action.
Yes. I'm going to
or movement.
Bite this other guy who is literally like breaking his claws trying to scratch at me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for him to be done in. All right. That'll be a 16 to hit.
The 16 does not... Oh, it does hit. As you bite down once again, clamping down on this creature's legs, tearing out the sinew. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
9. What? Yeah, as you tear into the creature, pulling away muscle, skin, bone, the creature feels the legs snap under him, though still not falling to the ground, no longer standing. The creature still seems determined to fight, as if it's a pinned creature in a corner. It glares at you defiantly while blood in its eyes with almost fear coming, the smell of fear coming off of the creature.
Listen, I completely understand. It is to be this way.
Tun thinks in his head as he just says Tun to the creature.
Yes, Tun, and there's a monologue going on in Tun's head.
Yeah. Alright, as you end your turn, Doots, you're up.
Alright, and you said I see 4.
Yes.
Standing at the next entrance.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Do they look like they see me?
The largest one seems to be walking towards that the same tunnel you're in currently. Yeah. You can't tell if he's looking at you, but he seems to be going in the same direction.
All right. Well, it looks like we're not getting out of this one. So, I'll hurry down the line, while telling them, "Hey, the second group is coming. Let's see if we can set up a choke point here."
Alright.
As I move past Gygax and Melvin towards Tuntun.
Alright. Kind of shoving in, that will put you, so if that's there, you got 30 movement, correct?
Yeah.
So at half, that's just gonna put you, well, you only have to shove past Gygax. Melvin has gotten up to right behind Tuntun, so up at the, towards the mouth, or the exit area or flower area. So as you kind of come around the counter, just climbing, kind of stepping over Gygax with ease, as you know, with his height, not too much of an issue. You manage to get right around the bank and see Melvin, just see Melvin kind of floating there. The sounds of the trolls kind of screeching from further down the cave, but with and the light now completely gone from the cave as far as it goes now, being in pitch blackness.
All right, and then I'll spend the next set of movement to get into that room with Tuntun and that troll and Melvin.
All right, that's gonna take. You're gonna climb. Okay. You'll end your turn basically standing right in front of Tuntun and next to the troll. So with the current movement speed you have.
I want to then, because I don't want to be in between Tuntun and some potential
Smart.
pastry making. So I'll be behind.
Wait, is his pastry making like a cat, like doing muffins or something like that? Okay. Oh, all right, yeah. Standing kind of behind him, I assume also behind Melvin at this point, as Melvin's kind of following creating a conga line behind Tuntun. You stack up right behind him, leaving Gygax back at the very the turnaround, kind of looking back, watching for the creatures. You've got or you use both movements. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
If it would make it easier for Gygax, could I also just have carried him?
Picking him up, well, Gygax, how much do you weigh?
62 pounds.
Can you lift 62 pounds,
Well,
dudes?
actually, now I weigh 70 because of the gear I'm carrying.
There you go. Okay, so can you lift 70 pounds, dudes?
Yeah, I can lift up to 86 pounds.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. As you walk by, you kind of pick up. Oh, I mean, assuming Gygax doesn't resist.
Huh? Okay, I guess we're going somewhere.
Yeah, picked up with a
You up, buddy?
surprise. Yeah, you hold the chest. He's surprisingly, his body is very fleshy, for looking like it looks like wood. As you kind of lift him and pull him or kind of walk over with him. I assume, are you gonna be setting him back down, or are you gonna keep him in your arms?
Yeah, I'll set him down.
Okay. Yeah, setting him down right behind you as far and kind of as you look back, looking towards that turnaround, Gygax, you've been moved freely, basically. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, dudes?
In case the inspiration has gone away,
It will
go ahead.
this round. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and set up another one and start doing another busting a move.
All right. Are you trying to do this silently this time, or are you just not caring about the sound?
I'll do it silently this time.
Okay. Give me a perform and a move silently.
Alright, so perform, first one, that's a 19, move silently, a 19.
Nice. Yeah, as you start doing an interpretive dance behind him, though Tuntun can't see it, he suddenly feels some courage from his leader, feeling no fear in the situation, as you shouldn't in this situation. The rest of the party seems to also start to feel this warmth and slight courage of, this is easy. You're taking them out one by one with little to no difficulty.
My resolve has been steeled.
All right. As your resolve steals, you begin to wait. Doots, I assume that ends your turn, correct?
Yes.
All right, Gygax, you are up.
Alright, so for positioning, I'm looking at the map. The two circles are the trolls, and Tuntun has moved up 2 squares, correct?
Correct.
According to that map?
Yeah, so where... Well, no, Tuntun hasn't moved at all from where he is on the latest
I moved
map.
up 5 feet to actually get into attacking range.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, for the latest map I sent. Yeah, don't... The last one. He's within 5 feet of the 2 circles, so that he didn't need to move. Melvin is right behind him. Dutes is another square behind him, and then you're the last one in the back. So, in total, there's the... basically, you're 10 feet from the turnaround, Gygax.
Okay, I'm 10 feet from the turnaround.
Yeah, diagonally. Yeah, 10 feet from the turnaround.
Okay, I'm gonna go as close as possible to the turnaround without actually being around the turnaround. So I move what, 5 feet.
Yeah, you walk up around it, right up to the side of it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get into a corner. I'm gonna morph into a dead troll head and ready an attack.
Oh my god.
Roll disguise. Let's see how. I'll give you a +5 for this. I want to see how well you do this.
You're gonna give me a +5 for this?
On top of whatever your bonus is. I mean, you're literally a mimic trying to. You're creating something you ate. I stand with it. I want to see what you can do.
Which troll head are you making? Are you making the one that you just ate or the one from the other day?
I only remembered the one from the other day. So I'm only a slight shocked face, not a complete shocked face.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as you turn into this head, the rest of Melvin and Dutes, or Melvin focusing forward, Dutes looking this way. Dutes, you can't tell the difference. Gygax looks identical to the head. You're kind of unsure if he actually is a mimic or if he is a troll head for a moment. As you change though, Gygax, you seem to blend in comfortably and feel yourself kind of get into the role, readying your attack. All right.
This man is the king of method acting.
The large armored troll is going to move. He's going to activate his ability, and okay. As he comes up to the corner, he turns and sees the head. I'm gonna roll to see if he's surprised or not. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot they had a yeah, the troll just looks down at the head, looking very confused with the leather armor and the blue lyrium crystals kind of like strapped onto the armor a bit, kind of frying with electricity coming out of them. He looks down and a slight concern looking at, like, confusion as he's looking around for the body. Gygax, your prepared action goes off. Go ahead and roll to attack. Or
he
if you...
passed me yet, has he?
He is Oh, you wait until he passes you. Okay.
Because I want the attack of opportunity, sneak attack, plus damage. I want all the plus.
Got you. He, looking at you, is gonna look up at Dutes. With his sense motive, he is going to try and bull rush Dutes. Which is...
As he goes 1 square
Yep.
to pass me, I attack.
Alright, let's see what you got.
That's going to be a pseudopod punching dagger sneak attack.
Oh no.
Get him.
So first off, it's going to be... Let's see, I need to find out where the hell that went. Okay.
I will also say that, oh, well, actually, let's see if this goes off first, because if it does, then he'll fail his roll.
This is to attack.
That hits!
Unfortunately, it wasn't a natural 20. It
No.
was an 18 plus 2.
Oh no, good heavens.
I'm okay with that, though.
1d6, 2d6, 1d3. Okay. That's part of it.
Okay. Go ahead and let you roll all of it before I describe what happens.
Total of 13 damage.
Okay.
And I stick to his ankle because I aimed at his ankle.
Yeah, as he kind of starts, you see him getting kind of down, getting ready to charge at Dutes. Dutes, you see this slightly larger, more troll getting, like, ready. This is a very muscled troll. getting down into space, right, focusing on you to charge you with his arms. As soon as he does, the spike into the side of the leg suddenly hitting him. Creature screeches out in fear, jumping up as you stab into him, Gygax, causing his bull rush to fail. As you...
And he's still in the form of the head, right? So that...
yeah, the creature looks down, panicking, as Gygax is sitting there with it as a head, and seems to be like shaking his leg, freaking out, panicking. He is going to roll to see if he can actually tell that this thing is a head in the panic, which is going to be even worse because he's got even more of it. He starts screeching in giant, "There's a head biting me, there's a head biting me, oh my god, help," as he starts like turning around and running. He is going to use his instead his movement to turn and push through his men, charging.
Hold on. This is a grapple roll.
Oh, he will try to... Oh, shit.
Good luck.
Uh-oh, this is gonna be good. Okay,
Yo!
Okay, and he doesn't get an attack of opportunity because, oh, fuck, yeah, because you already, fuck, okay, alright. He is going to try and make a grapple against you in this situation. Which in his, oh, please, this might be alright. He turns to grab towards the head, what's your strength score, Gygax?
+2.
What's the actual score?
14.
And he pulls the head off and kind of like lets it go immediately as you try to grapple him and turns and runs. He is going to shove both heads, or both.
Can I grapple his hand? Did he grab my head with the hand? Can I grapple the hand now?
You know what? I'll let you. Why not? I will say, if you do it, it's going to impose an attack of opportunity from him.
Ow.
Because grapple technically infers an attack of opportunity whenever a grapple goes off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no, the first one was surprise. Yeah. The second one now he's like thinking he's panicked trying to get you away. So this is him actually fighting back, trying to like get you off. Kind of like if you find like a creature or something like that holds onto your hand, you're not gonna at that point like panic and run. You're gonna try and slam it against something. So he's desperately trying to slam you off to get you off, basically. Which does mean he can't use his weapon. But yeah, so he does get an attack of opportunity. Surprise, so he is going to be at disadvantage for this. Okay, well I assume a -3 does not hit your AC.
No.
Okay, yeah, you managed to hold on.
Is that a nat 1 to hit?
Oh, he did nat 1, yeah.
He hits himself.
Yeah, well, not yet. We're gonna confirm to see if he does. No. Okay. As he fails, like trying to throw you off, what you managed to with ease, like wrapping the tongue around and like grapple, like a weird piece of cloth holding onto his hand. You are grappling onto him. Go ahead and let's make a grapple check to see if you can hold him. And since he's panicking, I'm actually not going to give him his full
my scores
thing.
are getting lower and lower with the grapple.
This time, like, managing to fling you off of his hand towards the ground, and the creature seems to, like, start trying to run away.
One of the most terrifying moments of his life.
He's going to shove both trolls, which technically means they're going to take passive damage from his thing. Okay, let me roll that.
As soon as he leaves my area, does that mean I get attack of opportunity because he's running away?
Technically, yes.
More damage.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but technically, yes.
Alright.
He is leaving your space, so I can't... Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna kill him before he can run.
That's a nat 20.
Roll again, because you gotta roll 3 times to confirm, and then he gets a major injury.
Just a D20 now, right?
Yeah, just a D20. You've hit no matter what, so. No, okay.
Nope.
Alright. Yep, so as you slash into him, go ahead and roll your damage for this. I don't think for your attack it's a crit on or is it? It's 19 to 20? Wait, I gotta remember how crit works.
Crit damage. You
Or
have to
my punching dagger.
Yeah.
It is.
Then you have to roll crit again.
Okay, so you have to
Which you
confirm twice. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's why we did the 3. That's right.
Alright,
Okay.
So there's part of the damage.
All right. Roll the dagger portion.
And that's
Oh,
a
well.
crit on the dagger.
Yeah, stabbing into the creature with the pseudoparts as he tries to turn. The knife punching in even further. The creature
Into the other ankle.
screams. Oh, you're going after the other ankle. Hitting the other ankle, the creature screams out in fear and irritation. Its leg in pain and bleeding, and it's trying to pull it limp away as it walks away.
Can I grapple it again?
No, I'm gonna call it that one. I gave you the other 2, but I only have stuff there. As you try, the creature
it's
turns.
like one after another. Like, oh my god, that's a lot of grappling.
Yeah, as the creature
It's
turns
coming
and
after
shove.
me.
Oh yeah. You're the victim in this situation as he runs away, 2 bleeding legs, scared out of his mind that he just got attacked by a head, thinking that shouting that the trolls are coming back to life and trying to eat him. Then shouting something about his wife is cursed and he is charging forward. All right. That ends his turn. The other 2 trolls sing this. I'm gonna roll morale for them.
Yeah,
At a
the reader is
major
running away.
disadvantage.
Yo, aren't y'all a power or strength-based race?
They turn and both run, grabbing the third, heading after their boss. As they turn and head further into the cave, thus ending their turn. Going down next after them is Melvin. That one troll still down at the end of the cave, still fighting with Tun-Tun, and then the 3 that just turned and ran as you heard the sounds of them running away. One screaming out weird gibberish as it kept getting attacked by poor Gygax.
So did I make all the others run away?
The bit leader just turned and ran. The other 2 did follow him, along with a third. Yeah. Melvin, what would you like to do?
I would like to. I think I'm just gonna whack him with my quarterstaff.
Yep. Taking the quarterstaff and one of your little eye things, you swing it at the troll standing in front of poor Tun-Tun, who's just chomping away at this horrendous creature. Go ahead and do it. Oh my god.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right, roll to confirm. If you roll 2 more 20s, I swear. Okay.
No, that's
Nope.
a 12.
Just normal then. Yes, that does hit.
Okay. That's a 2.
2 for damage. As you slam into the head of the creature, you watch as its eyes kind of go blank and roll back as it falls forward onto Tun-Tun, completely unconscious.
Hell yeah.
As you turn about, is there anything else you'd like to do, Melvin?
The rest of the party just sees the pride in Melvin's face that he just knocked somebody out.
And he's not dead, right?
Tun-Tun, the body lands on you. It's not moving. I mean, you'll be able to give me a heal check once it's your turn if you want to check it.
Listen, last thing I need is to, walk away and then just like get back up and stab me in the back. That's all I'm worried about.
All right. Melvin
I know
is...
the guy I ripped the leg off of is dead.
Yeah. Melvin, you didn't move. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Gleaming with your pride and everything.
I think I'm just gonna head over towards Gygax.
All right. Turning around, kind of having Doots kind of bend down so you can float over him with ease. You head towards the right before the turnaround and see the little troll head that seems to be somewhat smiling, I assume, and excited about what just happened.
And giggling.
Yeah, the very eerie giggling that's being heard throughout the cave. All right. As you head down there, Melvin, is there any, that's your movement in action? That would only take you about the 20 feet to move, so.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. Perfecto. As you end your turn, the troll on top of Tun Tun is now going to try and see if he can if he wakes up. Okay. As he suddenly, Tun Tun, you feel the body starts to stir on top of you slightly, and like as it's like right next to your face, the troll's face, and there's like smile on it as the rotting teeth and the smell of rotting breath can come from it. The creature pulls out a little vial off of out of its like back loincloth.
I don't want to know where that's been.
I was gonna say, do you want me? Yeah, the smell of it alone kind of gives you.
It's Dixie. It's Dixie's ancestors.
The creature then pours a purple liquid down onto you. As it starts to kind of burn, please give me a a fortitude save.
Big money, 22.
As you manage this liquid kind of pouring down on you, it changes from a bright purplish to blackish to greenish, and then what finally settles into a gray color as it kind of like slowly soaks on top of your head, falling down. It stinks with a almost a like rough mushroom and sulfur smell mixed together. As stuff pours onto you, it doesn't seem to have any effect as you look up at the creature with slight confusion in your eyes and a little bit of an annoyance. You just got poured what you don't know was some sort of strange liquid onto your head from this creature's prison pocket.
I'm thick-skinned.
The creature looks at you with confusion, like waggles the poison, and like, and I'm gonna roll for this to see.
Spear doesn't work. Claws don't work. Poison doesn't work.
It goes and like takes its finger and like divs it and licks the poison. Let me see what its fortitude save is. Give me a second. It licks the potion, and you watch as its eyes go bright, and then like these like purple lines start to kind of pop out and flare up, and the creature looks at you with fear as it slowly like starts to foam and tries to stand up for a moment, and then like leans or starts to fall over, stumbling until it stops moving.
I don't think I'm gonna bite this one, guys. I don't think so. I think I'm good here.
As it ends its turn, we exit out of combat as no other creatures seem to be anywhere near you lot. You all find yourself in this narrow hallway. Now, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to get Doots and Melvin, well, the group's attention, and like motion them towards these white flowers. You know, they might be interesting or whatever. It's like, hey, you know, maybe these, like the mushrooms might be useful.
As you turn, you see the little feet of Gygax kind of popped out and the little troll head dancing about.
Do the flowers look like anything I would recognize?
They do look like Rosmium, Plemlium, and trying to remember the lyrium flower, which I forget the name of off the top of my head. Yeah, they do, but they do look almost exactly like the ones you were depicted as earlier. Lesbium,
Oh, okay.
yeah. These ones actually in their flower form.
Those are the
flowers?
same thing as the mushrooms were, but flower form.
As
okay.
as Melvin says this, yeah, as I say, Gygax, what'd you say?
No, I get it already. Never
Okay,
mind.
no worries. Yeah, as you see them, you also see the large well that seems to have been kind of blocked off at the back of this room. A little bit of water that seems to have seeped out. The pot now, as the big pot that that the one troll dropped. Tun, you immediately now the battle being cleared, the smell in your nose being a little bit cleared more. You see that this is pastry dough inside of this pan.
It's not gonna be there for long.
Are you gonna devour it?
I would like to inspect it because I assume it is covered in dirt and water.
It is covered in dirt. The pan has saved it from some water. Go ahead and give me yeah, I guess I'd say an appraise in this situation. Unless
Fantastic. 18.
18. Yeah, looking this thing over, it looks edible. It looks to be almost identical to the same pastry dough that was made by the troll that you had met in the town, Durask.
Time
As far
for,
as it goes.
an after-battle snack.
All right, yeah, biting into it. Give me a fortitude save.
Yeah, that makes sense. 16.
Yeah, the taste of very old eggs, some whatever else they put into this. It's definitely the same materials, but all the materials seem to be very old and out of date. As you manage to bite it down and swallow it whole, it tastes like pastries, but it rumbles on your stomach as you kind of finish off eating it.
Not fond. Okay, yep, Tuntun's gonna turn around slowly and start walking back through the narrow tunnel.
All right. Dancing head. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'll be following behind Tauntaun.
All right. Floating over him and gonna get back behind him. Dutes and Gygax, kind of at the back towards that turn away or turn around. Will you
Go back out
Okay.
to the troll that had the belt.
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate the belt.
Okay. Rest of the party following with you. Go ahead and what are you trying to glean from the belt?
What it has.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a search check. Let's see what you got. Looking through it, you open up the pouch immediately, and as you look in, there's nothing inside of it. You open another pouch, still nothing. You open another, same thing. After a few moments, you get this feeling there's nothing in this pouch. You're not sure what the trolls must have taken all the items out already.
Then I take the belt and start attaching it to the satchel on Tauntaun's backpack.
If Tuntun doesn't resist.
More adornments.
Yeah. As you kind of pull it off with with the tongue of the troll head, kind of pulling it off the troll.
Oh no, I'm back in.
Oh, turning back into your normal form. Okay, yeah, turning around and kind of stepping over, grabbing the belt. You bring it over, and it seems to almost at first, as you get closer to Tuntun, it seems to the item shrinks down almost unnaturally for a moment. As you start to notice, it kind of gets around to the size of what your waist would be. As you get closer to Tuntun and kind of start to bring it up towards him, it seems to increase in size.
Oh dear God, a Tuntun-sized belt?
I attach it and sew it so the ends attach to the strap I've already made.
Okay.
So there's more pouches on Tuntun now.
All right. As you kind of sit down on his shell and start working on that, Dutes and Melvin, what would you like to be doing?
I would like to go and investigate the statue.
Okay. Walking over to that statue, you see a almost perfect depiction of Zebrel, now with a very thin, painted-on mustache of black ink, holding what looks to be a little basin and a blue floating crystal that looks oddly similar in coloration to the Illyrium in the walls.
Well, first I'm gonna remove the mustache best I can.
Oh, so you just gonna rub it off? You trying to...
Yeah, I'm gonna rub it off.
Alright, yeah. Kind of grabbing a little bit of water, wet in your hand, you go up and kind of wipe off the mustache. After a few seconds of doing this, while Gygax is sitting there strapping a belt to Tuntun, you manage to kind of wipe it off and get as clean as possible.
And now I will investigate the blue gems.
Yeah, looking at this single blue gem, it's seeming to float. What are you trying to figure out?
Is it magical in any art?
That would be, so you can either do a knowledge arcana or use magic device, or use psionic device if you have that.
I don't. So, let's see. Actually, no, I do. I got a +5 for that.
Yeah, any three of those will work, but all three will give you different answers.
Alright, so I'll do a psionic device.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Alright. 24.
Okay, as you start to get closer to the item, you kind of hovering your hands over it, you watch as it starts shooting water out at a faster rate, exploding out, now shooting a gallon at every 6 seconds, rapidly towards you. Go ahead, give me a reflex save as you try to dodge out of the way of this water suddenly spouting out of it. The crystal seems to glimmer a light blue as you try to get closer and put your hands around it, and seems to react haphazard or almost hazardly like.
That's a 14.
As you manage to dodge out of the way, the water kind of shooting off, it goes and lands into the river. But now you watch as, whereas before it was a nice, gentle little brook that was going, now there's a cascade of water coming out of this crystal as almost a giant water hose shooting out, spouting out.
Alright, I will try and turn that off so that it doesn't flood the fucking place.
All right, go ahead and roll another use psionic device if you'd like. Or use magic device, or you can try for a knowledge arcana if you'd like to try and figure out the item.
I will do use magic device, and then I will roll for Arcana.
Okay.
So that's a 7.
The item starts spouting more water. Give me a reflex save now at disadvantage. Or rather, -2. Sorry.
Alright.
Can I tell what this crystal is?
You can do a knowledge arcana, the use magical device, use psionic
27,
device.
That was a nat 20.
For knowledge arcana?
Yep.
Okay. And then Doots, what'd you get for the reflex?
I got a 12.
Yep, managing to dodge out of the way once more. Melvin, as you're kind of eyeing this up, being kind of confused by this whole situation and the uniqueness of the item, you realize this is just a simple lyrium shard that looks like it has a rune cast on, or put on it that looks a little foreign to you, though you're able to figure it out pretty quickly that it's a psionic, some sort of psionic rune. It's similar to a create water spell. It seems to be that the more you hover over a certain area of it, which as you keep watching Doots do so, it increases the amount of pressure and amount of water it shoots out.
You may just want to stop touching it, then, you know.
Fine, I back away from it, trying to dry off my hands.
It is now shooting 3 gallons every 6 seconds at a rapid pace. So,
How do I turn it off to make it to not do that?
Melvin, as you look it over, you realize if he just move his hand in the opposite motion of what he was just doing, it would turn the item off.
Move your hand the other way.
I do so.
Walking up to it, you watch as the device slowly comes back down to a trickle.
Thank you, Melvin.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Tun, feel free to add a belt of useless items to your inventory.
Yeah!
First magic item of the campaign. As
Pockets does it have?
let me pull it up.
'Cause you had me looking through like 5 pockets.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't. I've got to pull up the exact description because this is a 5e item that I had originally made. I believe that this item basically, for those who don't know, well, I'll leave it a surprise because I think you'll have to figure out how it works in campaign. I'll explain after campaign what it actually does for those who aren't in the know. Or it can be posted in chat. I don't care. Either way, if you wanna, but it is. Basically, the belt from You Count has 6 pouches in total. Each of them counts as part of the single magic item. But there is the 5e version if you want to look at that. I don't know if that link will work for half of you, but if it doesn't, don't worry about it. I'll make it later. But yeah, as you put this belt on, Gygax kind of like attaching the rope around from where he secured the saddlebags earlier onto the belt, now making it even doubly secure with the weight, and now attached to the belt. The 2 bags seem to slightly glow for a moment, but then seem to dissipate, Gygax, as you finish attaching everything together. All right. As you lot now stand in this cave, what would you lot like to do?
Can I like use my beak to like pick around on the 2 dead ones in the flower patch to see if I can just see if there's anything useful on them?
Yeah. Well, you turning back to go back into the cave.
Yeah, because, you know, I might as well try to get as much as we can off them. I'm thinking about, seeing as we don't have a lot.
All right.
Like I probably won't be taking their weapons or anything, but if they've got, like, a few little pieces of coin or something on them, or something of, like, metal, but, you know, just take a look. Whatever.
You can go ahead and give me a search check real quick for what you'll find for loot.
Coins?
Of course.
Did I hear coins?
Collecting
coins.
Okay, let me see. Back to the view sheet.
Tun turns back with Gygax still on his back, going back into the
You
cave to
said
find.
spot.
Yep. Spot or search, I'll take either.
14.
14. As you look about, you find the 2 very poorly crafted stone or wooden spears, the iron pot, as well as you look about their stuff. They don't seem to have any bags of coin whatsoever.
Okay. Just wanted to cover my bases, but all right, let's get a move on.
No worries.
I run back to the 2 bodies and I search them for coins.
You're gonna do so.
For coins.
All right, go ahead and give me a search check. See what you got. Kind of jumping off Tun's back as he turns back around, heading down the cave, seeming like he's somewhat sad or disappointed. Looking about, you dig through a few, or kind of dig into the bodies a bit more, pulling off their like small cloths to see if there's any sort of thing. Digging through the flower areas to see if any of the coins may have fallen off. You don't find anything, Gygax.
Bummer.
You know, as you kind of turn back to that first room that you entered into, back to join the party, Doots and Melvin still kind of standing there looking over the lyrium device. What would you all like to do? You can still hear the sounds of the creatures from the trolls from earlier walking about further into the cave.
Do we want to try and kill them, or do we want to call it for a day?
Tuntun's gonna do his best to shrug, as he could keep going. To be honest, like he's pretty alright. He can fight some more, but it's up to you guys.
I look up at Melvin. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm good either way.
Then let's press forward and
As Tuntun says his name, he's gonna start charting forward to the north.
As you do. As we're at the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna put a quick pause. Alright, as we return. Okay, as you lot stand in this cave, looking about, kind of figuring out what you want to do, deciding to charge forward, Tun takes the lead. What's the marching order, as these cave areas are going to be too narrow to go up them side by side?
I'll be on top of Tun's back.
Alright. So Tun is taking the charge with Doots on top of him. Alright.
Back in game?
Yep. Oh, did you need a minute still?
Oh, I didn't. I was in the bathroom, so I was too far away, so I didn't hear anything.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I thought I saw your mic light up when I called for a roll call, so I thought you popped in. It must have been your door opening. Or sound in the background.
That was actually me walking back into range.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yes, the party is jumping in. My apologies. I will make sure next time to get an affirmative from you.
No worries.
We didn't go very far. I just was asking for marching order for the party for going into the cave, or deeper into the caves, since it would be like a single file line with how narrow these caves are.
We're going north entrance now?
Yep, that's correct. We got Tun with Doots on top of him. Melvin and Gygax, where are you gonna be?
Well, since Melvin can float, I can be behind Tun and below Melvin.
Yep.
Sure. Okay. Alright, so Melvin and then Gygax.
Ooh, better yet, I'm gonna stick to the back of Tun and morph into the troll head.
Oh, no.
I have an ornament on my back. I am adorned in the heads of my enemies.
All right, as you kind of put now with this belt kind of sticking, or this head sticking onto you, you come further down the corridor. It seems to narrow with the unnecessariness as the thing kind of starts to push in more and more. Tun, your shell kind of like slightly hitting the sides of the wall. Kind of at this point, Dude's having to hold the saddlebags kind of pushed up onto your shell so they wouldn't scratch and tear. You lot start to make your way slowly and narrowly through the cave, noticing spider webs all throughout the ceiling above you, more mushrooms along the sides of the walls, and the light blue glow of the lyrium in the walls. About 30 feet in, Tun, you come to a pair of two ways to go. To the left, you can see what looks to be an opening into a very large pool of water, where you can hear the sounds of splashing, but also can clearly see the thicker spider webs that seem to have built up and kind of semi-block the path that you'd have to walk through. To your right, seems to be a couple of mushrooms that have grown a little bit larger and stick out of the wall, but looks to be an opening into a much larger area that you can't really get a good field of view on currently. Though, as you look down the hallway, you can see a couple of fallen over pillars of stone and some what looks to be nesting areas of hay and such.
Is there any like footprints of like where the fleeing trolls ran off to?
Dudes and Tun, give me a search or a survival check for that. See if you can find it.
There should also be a blood trail.
Yep.
22 survival.
22. Okay.
13 survival.
With the 13, you definitely catch the attention of the blood trail that is easily able to be spotting going to the right, Dutes. However, as you start to look about Tun, you notice in looking down at the footprints, there are 3 sets of footprints that catch your attention. One that seems to go off to the left that looks to be very thin and spiked. The other 2 that seem to be... the other one going to the right looks to be very large and similar to the troll feet that you've already kind of been chewing on. And the third and final looks to be very bird-like and small, like as if it's got pigeon feet.
In which direction do those go?
To the right as well. Same direction as the trolls.
Gotcha. I mean, to be fair, I expected that the trolls went to the right anyways, because to be fair, the spider webs weren't torn down.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So which way you guys turning, Dutes and Tun? I guess Tun, since he's the driver here.
Yeah, since I can't exactly inform them what I know, I'm just gonna go to the right since it's the current prey. It's the objective that we are searching for right now.
Okay. Dutes, do you do anything to stop him, or are you just gonna like hold on?
I'll just hold on as I don't know about the other footprints.
All right. As you turn, Tun, continuing to the right, Melvin and Gygax also passing by that left tunnel, seeing the very thick spider webs going down that side and the water that I spoke of. Tun, first before we continue, Gygax and Melvin, are you going to follow Tun, or are you going to turn to the left?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, however, noticing the bird-like feet, I am gonna, just, pay a little bit of attention, up. Birds can fly, so I don't want to. Even though I might not be able to like keep all my attention, keeping an eye out for any aerial adversaries, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Do I notice Tun looking up on occasion?
Yes. He's not hiding it. He's clearly keeps looking up towards the top of the ceiling.
And since I'm on the back of Tun, I'm basically watching the rear. So as they go to the right, I'll be looking at the spiderwebs.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Gygax, give me a spot check to see if you catch anything. Dudes, as you see Tun looking up at the ceiling, looking around like continuously, his eyes seem to be popping like as if he's nervous.
I will take note of this and also start looking up occasionally.
Okay. As you two start kind of looking up, watching. Gygax, what did you get? 14. As you look off to the side, you see the spider webs are pretty thick. For a moment, though, you're pretty sure you spot what looks to be a skeleton in the water, just kind of sitting there, very like short and humanoid-like. You've seen enough like giants and other such creatures on your travels, although in a distance, that you'd recognize this as some sort of small humanoid. But if you assuming you keep that to
tell
yourself.
Melvin since he's above me.
Okay. Melvin, as you hear Gygax tell you this, you respond to him?
I'll just keep an eye out.
Okay.
Okay.
As you continue to the right, coming into the big open area, looking to the right side, you see a little bit of a waterway kind of pop open. And actually, since we've got the map up, or since you already can see the map now, we're gonna make this easy on me. As you lot look about, you see to the right a little watery opening that seems to be set off, where you can definitely smell the scent of troll dung and other such foul scents. Seeing the many flowers sparkling or kind of on the water and kind of floating into the walls. The lyrium around it seems to cause the water to almost clear every few seconds with a bright light. Looking forward, you see what looks to be a broken down statue with a couple of pillars. The statue depicting some sort of bird-like creature on two legs. Looks somewhat humanoid. Looking to your left, Untun and Doots, you see 5 trolls, normal morph trolls, kind of standing around in a circle. That larger troll with the bleeding ankles, kind of like sitting there looking like he's trying to close up the wound with dirt, like holding onto it. And then the final figure, you see what looks to be very small, and actually pretty much almost identical to Doots in height and weight, very thin, kind of, but somewhat tall, a very lean-looking creature, in a very bright white dress that seems to be fully covered its face, as you can't get a look at it. It looks to be panicked and tied slightly. Like it looks like it has a rope
white
around.
that he was talking about.
The troll turns, seeing Tun and is going to scream in a panic. Let's roll initiative, gentlemen. Let's see what we get.
I rolled a
All right.
3.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, this was not. Oh no.
I rolled a 23. I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
There we go.
Koltak rolled a 17.
Jesus. All right.
You know, my time for a high initiative roll is over. It's time for me to take a back seat in my sipping on a blue Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I'm the back seat.
Oh, sorry. let me not sit on the back seat.
Yeah. Please don't sit.
My
on,
bad.
Don't. Yeah.
I
You.
won't sit on you, Koltak. I'm sorry. Hold on. I can't exactly sit like that, anyways.
All right. Let's see. Get all my initiatives in here. Yep. Man, I can't roll for initiative tonight, gentlemen. I want you to know.
Okay, listen. You had to have gotten better than a 4. Or a 3.
Well, you know, you're about to find out. Well, that's an unfortunate. So there we go. With the initiative order in that order, Dudes, as you are the first to react, seeing this coming around this corner on top of Tun, you're able to easily manage to kind of figure out what's going on without having to worry about looking about. What do you want to do? You are still standing on Tun's shell right above his head, right at the entrance.
Okay, so starting off, a real quick dance.
Okay.
So that everyone is inspired.
Are you gonna move silently with this dance, or is this just a normal one?
Does it look like they noticed me?
Oh, they can also. Well, yeah, the troll leader seems to be pointing over at you like a lot and like shouting.
Then there's no point in doing this silently. I'm just busting a move.
All right, what do you got? Let's see.
All right, for performance. That's a 15.
You also feel slightly more inspired and courageous. You steel yourselves for battle as your leader dances his dance as he's done the entire time. Not understanding what this dance means, but still, it inspires all of you to fight
I
and
like to
continue
think
to fight.
This is what he was dancing.
The Napoleon dance? Sure, why not? Enraged at this, the sight of this dance, you all are ready to kill anything that comes in your way. What? Sure. All right, dudes. As you finish your dance, would you like to use for your second action or movement?
I'm not gonna move. I'll use my second action to. I'm gonna make the troll. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
You already know what I'm doing. I'm making the entirety of all the. I'm making the area by the troll smell vaguely like pastries.
Oh, good heavens!
What did we say last time that was? Was that a will or a fortitude save for Tun to figure it out? I forget. Tun
I don't know
Tun.
if there was a save.
Yeah, you start. The scent of pastries is back. That smell that you're so familiar with, it's finally there. The blood and viscera has cleared from your nostrils.
It must be the
Willpower.
presence of the white-clothed person that does it.
Yeah, as you see the dress looking over, it's definitely that. They're better dressed just like the baker, you know.
Oh, maybe they have recipes. Might have to leave that one alive.
Don't
The
scream.
others, their food.
There's a battle called or a war cry to scream out. All right.
Pastries.
Pastry.
Pastries.
With the gleam in his eyes. All right, yeah, dudes, go ahead.
So if I remember correctly, it actually gave him advantage. On
Yeah.
his
Well,
attack.
yeah, you gave me a bonus to my attacks with it.
Yeah, as he gets closer, his little frenzy for food.
Seeing as I moved, that counts as an action. Or I didn't move. I
Mm-hmm.
did 2 actions because I inspired.
Yep. Anything else you'd like to do?
Uh,
I assume you don't have any bonus or any other special actions.
Let me check to see if Bard gets any special actions.
I can just imagine this is Tun after smelling pastries.
Oh God.
No.
All right. Dudes, as you look about after this, now having cast your spell, performed your dance, the trolls look onto you with utter confusion, as if, like, wondering what this means, completely out of it. Gygax, as you see the confusion, and the slight strangeness of your team leader, you're used to this now. What would you like to do? As you are hanging off the back of Tun's rear end, basically, in the belt.
Okay, so where are we? The first full complete square into the main room.
Yeah, basically. The party having pulled into this completely. Yep.
Right, and then where are all the trolls at that demolished little?
On the far left to where that little like staircase is, they all seem to be up in that area.
Oh, so they can barely see us. They don't
Yeah.
even know that I'm here.
Nope. What they can see right now are Tun's head sticking out and Dutes having just done his dance and prestidigitation.
Eyes black, looking at their pastry asses. Ooh. That's
Okay, so I'm gonna move 50, or I'm gonna, as the head, I'm gonna slowly move 15 feet along the wall where they can't see me
Okay.
to the very edge.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to climb up on the side of the wall, some roots and some dirt, but
No,
the
not on the wall, on the floor.
Oh,
I'm
on the
staying
floor.
on the
Okay.
floor.
Yeah, staying on the floor, keeping up right against the wall. As the dirt, you feel the coolness of the dirt and the roots kind of hitting your back. You manage to get right up towards it. They don't seem to notice you, as they seem to keep their eyes on the turtle, looking for him, or looking at him.
And I'm gonna ready my action to fight again.
Oh no! Oh, he's an ambush predator. Oh no! Again. All right. All right. As you hold your action, okay. The leader is going to kind of stand up, fully now, kind of slightly limp to the side as his foot seems to still be injured, and looks about. He is going to also start dancing. copying
Oh my
exactly
God.
what Dutes just did, and thinking, or looking at him. Give me a minute.
Yeah,
Do I
that'll-
sense any magic?
You do sense well, yeah, you'd be able to sense magic given your what you're doing, or your class.
I want to spell thief him.
Okay. I believe is there a roll for it? Let me check.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Find it.
No worries. Take your time as he starts copying the Inspire Courage thing and starts dancing to his all of his team members as you watch as they seem to suddenly like kind of grab up a couple of like very basic wooden and stone weapons off the ground and seem to steel themselves ready to go. Go ahead, Gygax. I know you're looking your
Yeah,
thing
that'll-
up.
We're having it out. Come on, me and you, right here, right now.
God damn it.
Is it
Dance
a
battle
first
between-
level or a 0 level spell?
This would be considered a first level.
Okay.
I want you as part of this army. Alright.
Oh. I cannot do it.
Oh, no?
A spell thief can siphon spell energy away from his target and use it himself. A spell thief who hits an opponent with a successful sneak attack
Ah.
forgo dealing 1d6 points of sneak attack damage and instead steal a spell.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
No
so,
worries.
But now I know he's a magic user. He's my target.
Yeah, as he finishes his dance, as they all look about completely confused, but start to steel themselves ready for battle, he then is going to not move, and instead going to rub his head, looking as if he's very confused for a moment. And then as he does so, you watch as he starts to glow lightly, and let me roll his health back.
Both of his ankles are hurt.
Yep. Let's see.
Take his Achilles heel.
Take his tendons.
He heals for 3 HP as he casts Cure Light Wounds on himself.
Oh, is that all?
Yes. As he finishes his turn, looking on at you lot as if he's prepared, the other trolls are going to start moving forward, and coming towards. So that's gonna be moving their full 30 feet. They make it to the about halfway towards you lot to where that first little dip in is in the top wall. Looking at us, all five of them kind of, or all three of them kind of stand shoulder to shoulder, with two of them standing behind them, ready to go. Tun, you are up.
It's time.
Don't
So,
move. Wait.
What?
As I see them stopping there, I go, don't move. Wait.
By the way, this is a question. There is no one in here with bird-like feet, or is the lady that's tied up have bird-like feet?
You don't see the lady's feet from this distance, or at least not anything, or her naked feet. It looks like she's wearing something to covering them in the darkness.
Gotcha.
And you assume it's a she. You hear as far as wife, looking onto the creature. It's definitely frail looking from this distance, and thin compared to the trolls, but it does tower over the trolls slightly, standing about 5 feet tall.
Yeah, alright. I guess I will, hold my action, and just, huff and chuff and rumble my vocal cords,
Okay.
steal my resolve, and wait for them to get to me so that, my dear, head just chilling over there can do what he wants to do.
Fair enough. All right. As you hold your action watching them, Melvin, you're up. What would you like to do? They are currently about 30 feet up and to the left of you, with for 3 of the trolls standing basically on a line, and 2 of them behind them, as well as the final, the boss of them that's wearing the armor standing still up at the altar at the very far left at the stairs, with the woman, or what you assumed a woman in white.
Trying to see here.
You're good.
If I cast a spell that needs a will save, is that based off my intelligence score?
Will save, as far as it goes, is something they have. So everyone, yeah, you have a will save, but it's based, are you trying to figure out what the save is?
Well, yeah, what my save would, like, what they would have to.
Should say what the DC is, but...
Yeah, it's a wisdom. If it's a will save, it's a wisdom.
Yeah. A spell save based on your current level of the main spellcasting ability score. So yeah, it's gonna be your wisdom. Well, yeah, it's gonna be whatever your casting stat is. So in this case, if you're a wizard, aren't you?
Yeah, wizard.
So it's intelligence. It's gonna be your intelligence plus. So your intelligence ability score plus the DC or the spells level. So that's the DC. Yep.
So I'm going to turn towards the guy that just healed himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to wave my quarterstaff, and I'm going to cast Cause Fear on him. I need a will save.
Ah, okay. Oh no. That's a 3.
Yes, that fails.
Yeah, he is suddenly in utter fear as his eyes light up. The creature seems to be shocked as it looks at you. It's seeing this massively dangerous beholder as it seems to, its eyes widen up, and it starts to look like it's slightly shaking and tremoring. You haven't moved technically yet, so... Is there anything else you'd like to do, Melvin?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Hmm?
I think for now, that'll be my turn.
Oh, okay. Alright, as you end your turn... roll... Give me a second. You watch as... here, let me pull up the thing. As you look about... seeing the woman or the creature in white seems to kind of like jostle, seeming to be slightly struggling with the rope tied around it. It continues to struggle for a moment until finally, looking as if something starts to glow in its hands. As it does so, you watch as an arrow of acid suddenly shoots into the back of the creature, of the troll leader. That is going to be a roll. Oh no. Oh god. As the arrow managed to easily miss, landing onto the ground as the creature continues to struggle with its binds, annoyed and huffs. It is going to try and break free. Managing to get itself more tied up. The creature seems to like struggle and huff and puff for a moment in annoyance, but nothing seems to happen. Ending its turn. Back up to the top. Dutes, you're up.
Alright. Everyone's already inspired. I will hold my actions for when they start approaching to whack them with a stick.
Okay. Alright. Gygax, you're up then.
Tonton and Dudes holding fast, waiting for the enemies to come forward.
Oh man. All right. Yep. Gygax, what about you?
Sorry.
You're
yeah, my speaker was off. Held action is no longer in use.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hold my 2 actions and wait for those little
Dear
people to
God.
come close.
All right. As you do so, you waiting there, watching. All right. The leader is going up. You watch as he kind of lays his hand on his face and starts looking at you a lot confused as he looks to his hand starts to glow and his mouth starts to glow. He is going to go ahead. It's going to make another DC to save.
Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna come at us? I say in giant.
What was the that was an 11 was the spell DC, Melvin?
17.
17. As he tries to cast something on himself, for a moment, the creature seems to look confused as he's still looking at Melvin wide-eyed, and with fear in his eyes. That is his spell. He is going to burn one last one, and try once more to remove this, spell. Let's... Failing twice to remove, he still looks on at you with utter fear in his eyes, refusing to move forward from where he stands. The creature continues to look on, ending his turn. The trolls, not feared, are going to continue moving forward. All 3 of them are going to walk up right next to where Gygax is standing and within 10 feet of the rest of the party. Gygax, your action is up as one of them nears you.
Am I in flanking?
Technically, no, because your party is 10 feet from them, so it's not. They don't have 10-foot range.
No. It's not that. It's am I are they facing me, or is the 90-degree turn?
Oh no, yeah, they're facing forward. You're off to their right side, basically. Yeah.
So I am
Correct.
I am flanked on him then.
Yes, correct.
So I could do a sneak attack.
Yes.
I do a sneak attack, pseudopod, punching dagger attack.
Oh
to the
no.
nearest one.
All right, let's see what you got. As you're like a small like poisonous snail, he's shooting out when you don't expect him. 17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah, stabbing into his feet. You see? Oh, that's not the full damage. As you stab into his leg, listening to the watching as the leg cuts cleanly. You hit something and watch as the wound slightly opens up and a string seems to like pull up really quickly, like in a flash. As you watch, the troll drops to the ground almost instantly, screeching in pain as it holds its leg and starts to bleed out. Blood going everywhere as the creature slowly falls and dies.
I am grappled to its body, so I'm stuck to it.
I was gonna say it doesn't resist. If you want to roll your grapple, you can, but you'll auto hit.
I did.
Okay.
I got the 17 on grapple for the flailing body hitting the ground.
Yeah, you grapple onto it, and the 2 other trolls are going to look over and go ahead and roll an intimidate with a +3 on that, because you are still ahead, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said +3?
Yeah.
Let me see if I have anything in mind.
Because there's 4 trolls, so a little bit more thinking they got a chance. With 13, the 2 of the trolls looks at you and kind of starts to look a little wary and panicky as they kind of try to back up a little bit from you. You still have
How
your...
close was it when it started to back away?
It would be within 5 feet of where you'd be currently.
And when it backed away, it got an attack of opportunity, which is my second action.
Yep, go ahead and roll. You can stab it. As you shoot out and having grappled onto this dead body, the dead weight kind of surprises you for a moment as it pulls you back as the knife barely manages to easily miss away from the creature. It kind of pulls back as if a small thing's trying to bite at it, confused at what you are and looking concerned. A little bit of fear in the 2 of their eyes. The other 2 seem to be looking down at you, ready to stab at you.
Can I use my... That was an attack of opportunity, so can I use my second attack to attack it again?
Correct, yes. Go ahead. Oh, fuck. Fucking 20. Yeah, that hits. Damn. Oh, man. 7 points. Okay, there's the first part. And for the second, no worries.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, as you stab into the second troll, kind of leaping now towards it after missing the first one, leaping onto or towards its leg, stabbing into it again. You manage to hit a similar spot and watch this same troll drop to the ground, bleeding out as it dies. Fully as it tries to grab on, it's like wailing and screaming as it goes pale and goes quiet, bleeding out and passing out quickly. As you grapple another dead body. Almost like as a predator expecting a resistance from these creatures. Alright. That's your 2 actions, thus ending your turn unless you had something else.
No, that's the end of my turn unless
Yeah.
they make unless they give me an attack of opportunity.
No, as you end your turn, the creature, the other troll standing there, the other 3 trolls looking at you are going to, as they use some of their movement, are going to take attacks on you now. They are flanking you as there's 3 of them semi-circling around you.
A question.
Yes.
Would it be okay to take my action since he did his attack?
If you want to use your action now, technically, yeah.
Then.
I would very much like to use my held action.
Alright, we'll go, well, if we're going off the top, then technically Doots says he claimed first, since Doots was higher in the initiative, Doots will go first.
No, actually
Gotcha.
not.
I mean,
because-
I claimed I held my action before he held his action.
yes.
Oh, that's true. Yes, that's right for this round, because that's the case. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I will move forward.
Okay. Moving up the 5 feet, so you're within range of the one. You are now technically considered flanking on the one creature with Gygax, which does give you, what was it for flanking? Bonus. I can't remember if that was a +3 or a +2. It's been a little bit. Give me a second. +2.
And you get the +1 for the motivational
Yep.
stance.
So you get a +2 while you're flanking to attack this, the one troll. As you kind of move up onto him slowly, Tun looking on him. The troll still focused on Gygax, who just like leaped onto 2 of its companions and cut them down, not seeing you, not paying attention to you at this point.
18 to hit this guy.
The smell of Patries is deep in the air. You hit as you clamp down.
That'll be 11 damage.
As you bite into the leg of it, tearing out now experience with these creatures and the frenzy of the smell of the pastries, you pull back and listen as the bone in the leg of the creature snaps as it falls forward onto the ground.
All right, yeah, that's my whole action. You know, I'm not really a big fan of these hard crunchy bits in these pastries, but you know, the taste is all right. It smells like a pastry.
The taste getting easier as you no longer have to make fortitude saves to, survive it. Now that is your movement and your action. As you round out your turn. Doots, did you also hold action this round or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Feel free.
Alright, is there a troll within reach of me, or am I going to have to start moving?
You'll have to move up at least 10 feet as you just watched Tun tear into another one. You'll have to kind of climb over one of the bodies to get past it, but there are 2 in the back line that are still standing there.
Alright, I will swing, or I will move the distance, and...
Okay. Yeah, moving up, climbing over the body, the smell of it kind of hitting you, but you get right up into the troll's face, still as it focuses down on Gygax, who has just managed to tear into those 2 creatures.
And I swing.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Alright. Wait, gotta grab a dice. Because it still doesn't have my roll.
Oh, that's weird. We'll figure that out post-session.
Yep. I got a 3.
3. As you go to try and stab at the creature, walking over the bodies and the just brutality of your teammates, kind of catching you off guard. You kind of go as you go to slash. The troll seems to snap back to the alert and kind of dodges out of the way with ease, looking at you. And it's like kind of like as it does, it starts to do like a weird little jig, not moving in out of its current square, but like seems to dance as if like mocking you.
Oh, do not do this right now. I will dance battle all of you right now.
All right. That's your movement. That's your action. Yep. No bonus action, anything? All right, perfect. As you finish up your turn, the creature kind of smiles. It's a really ragged, breathy, toothy smile. Finishing up your held action, the trolls are technically up. The one is going to take a swing on to Doots that just did a dance with him, which is going to be... and is a 19 hit, Doots.
A 19 does hit.
It's going to claw at you, slashing you with everything it has. You take minimal damage as it tries to scratch at you, and you kind of back off expecting it. And the creature, not moving yet, is also going to do it once more. It is an 11 hit.
No, it does not.
Alright, as the creature tries to swing at you again, managing to easily dodge it with the small cut that you obtain as it scratches onto your arm, barely leaving any blood. The creature seems annoyed at you. The other two are both going to focus down onto the other one is going to focus down on Gygax and try and take a swing on him.
I'll dance back at him.
That is, I forgot to add the modifier. That is a 13 to hit. Gygax? Miss. Alright, he's gonna try again as he's not moving, as you jump around him with easy nimbleness, and with another fucking... Jumping and dodging at no issues, the head just jostulates left and right. Dodging. The troll looks down, annoyed, huffing at you. It ends its turn. Up next in the order we've got Tun. You're up for your normal turn.
So is the one I bit, is it still alive?
No. You as you kind of nudge it with your head, it does not seem to move or react.
Okay. Which one is the most damaged that I see around?
Both the trolls that you see now standing about another 10 feet in front of you, so you have to move up another 5 feet to be in striking distance of them. They both look to be relatively alright. Neither seems to show any obvious wounds or anything of the lot. You did see the one attack Doots and managed to slightly scratch him, while the other barely managed to miss Gygax totally, as it was clumsily like throwing its hands around him. Gygax nimbly jumping out of the way.
Alright, then I'll move up and attack the one that hit Doots.
Okay. Walking forward towards it, you get opening your maw, getting ready to charge the creature. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Is this flanked or no?
This would not... Well, it depends. So they're standing technically in front. You'd have to circle around to the left of Doots. Yeah, you'd be flanking. Yep.
Alright, vibes.
So +2 on top of your arty.
+3 because of the motivation.
Correct. Because
so
it's still
a 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Yeah, you easily bite down onto the creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, sweet, Max. That's 12.
Angry and driven by the smell of pastries, you charge forward, biting down onto the creature, pulling its legs out from under it, and like clamp down onto its chest and start pulling chunks of the creature out, devouring it. Yeah, roll an intimidation check to see if the other troll freaks out and runs.
Man, this cherry filling is definitely delicious. Intimidation 22.
Yeah, the creature looks at you and like turns, and he is going to look like he starts to panic. All right, Tun, you tore down this thing. You used your movement. That ends your turn. As you look up at this creature, blood and viscera on your lips, as you hungrily chew on the poor troll. All right. As you end your turn, looking up at Melvin, you're up.
There's one still in front of Gygax, or are they all
Yeah.
dead now?
Nope, there's still one. There's the one troll still standing in front of Gygax to the right of Doots and Tun. And then the bigger troll, the troll in armor, in the back, like altar area, as well as the bride to be in the very far back.
Okay. So the one that's still by Gygax, am I within 5 feet?
You are within 10 feet. You'd have to move up to get up to him.
Okay.
Now.
Well, I will stay where I'm at. And... fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Daze on the big armored guy.
All right. He is still feared, by the way.
Oh.
All right. What is Daze is how many hit die?
It's up to 4 or fewer.
As you cast the creatures, it doesn't seem to have an effect on this creature, on the larger troll, the armored troll.
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at for now.
Okay, you're not gonna move or okay. All right. As you end your turn after the spell going off, the creature seems to look at you in confusion, still fear in his eyes as he stares at you. Ending your turn, the bride-to-be is going to cast again another acid arrow at the troll to see if she can hit him. Let's see. This time with a bit better of a hit. And still misses as the arrow goes flying to the side, this time getting slightly closer as the bread seems to continue to squirm and like try and wiggle itself free. They are going to once again try to break the ropes and fail miserably, somehow tightening the ropes further. As they end their turn squirming and squealing about. Thus, up to the top. Doots, you're up.
Right. I will go in for another smack.
All right. Looking to your right to smack the troll. Go ahead and roll to see if you can hit the poor thing as it looks on at the fear of its companions all dead around it.
A 3.
Has yet to hit, but as you nimbly try to yet again stab at this creature, it looks on at you with almost a confusion, and as it dodges out of the way, it for a second looks like it's about to try to do the same little like dance again back at you as to joke at you. It sees Gygax, looks over at Tun, and kind of like settles itself ready to fight, taking the situation very seriously.
I will then say in Giant as a free action, look, leave me alone. Don't worry about it. And I go in for another smack because I'm not moving.
Alright, go ahead and smack it. Let's see what you got.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. A 16.
That hits this time. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright. Guess what, guys? 3 for 3s.
As you slash into the creature, cutting it slightly across the chest, it looks on down at the wound and kind of puts its hand towards it, seeing the blood, and just kind of looks at you with confusion, and then just kind of starts giggling and then starts laughing and bellowing out a very loud laugh across the entire cave.
Okay. I see how it is. That's fine.
Is this the boss troll?
Oh yeah.
No,
he's laughing?
this is one of the smaller normal trolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As Tun looks up, Dude's annoyed. Gygax, it's your turn.
So this last troll that's in front of me is very hurt?
He's slightly cut. Yeah, he's got a nice good wound across his chest, but he looks to be laughing at Dudes after Dudes just delivered the blow. Oh no. I just saw a dice roll. You,
Attack.
as you try to get it, the creature seems to like not even noticing you. It seems to like be laughing so heavily, eyes closed. It just naturally moves out of the way as you try to hit it, and it seems to like stomp its feet, just moving out of the way in time as you look up at annoyed. The creature doesn't even seem to recognize you right now as it's still laughing.
So it moved, which gives me an attack of opportunity.
It did not move out of its space. It's only if it moves out of its space. I'm saying it's like standing at the same space, moving its feet while it's laughing.
Okay.
Because you missed, yeah. Yeah. Again, as you continue to try to, this creature, like, moving and laughing as it's just standing in the same place, like, slapping its leg, stomping its feet. It's laughing so hard, like, this is the funniest joke it's ever seen. Gygax, the weird movements, the sporadicness, it makes no sense as you try to keep stabbing at the creature, and it keeps avoiding the attacks. As you manage, is there anything else you'd like to do, Gygax? This is your 2 attacks.
Stupid trolls. Stupid trolls.
Are you saying this as the troll head?
Yes.
I guess you are what you eat then, huh?
The creature doesn't seem to notice at all, but looks like as you continue to laugh. But it comes out sounding very gargled and weird, like very rough sounding and giant as Gygax seems to speak through the head. All right, as you end your turn, the troll leader is up once more. And he is going to go ahead and burn one of his cantrips. He is going to walk up about 30 feet from where he is, and he is going to cast a spell on to Tuntun. Oh god, it's his intelligence. Oh no.
Oh no.
I have a -2 to hit. Oh no. Does a 7 hit?
Nah.
Damn it. And that's your touch AC. Just assume no.
So AC touch, yeah, no.
Okay. As you watch, as a little bit of acid goes splitting to the side of you, out of the creature, the troll wearing this leather armor, the boss troll leather, and the leather armor's hand, spewing onto the ground, it starts to melt the brick beside you, Tuntun. As that's going to end its turn.
The rolls today, man.
These trolls, man, yeah. The last troll who's laughing is going to roll to see if he can save himself. He continues to laugh, ending his turn. As he bellows out in laughter, Tuntun, you looking at this, having acid just splashed near you. You see this one little normal troll laughing as Dudes points to it now with the scratch, the blade cut across his chest. What would you like to do, Tuntun?
Well, I'm gonna bite that one that's laughing.
Okay.
He was once terrified and doesn't look like he is anymore, so time to do him in. 16 to hit.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Big money. Ooh, that is a mere 7 damage.
Yeah, you bite into the creature, surprising it taking half of its foot with you as you pull back, snapping. The creature goes from laughing to an immediate scream as it looks down, grabbing at its foot, panicking, jumping in the same square, like trying to freaking out. You haven't moved, Tuntun. What would you like to do?
You know, there's like a little bit of iron in this. Really nutritional.
Just says Tuntun through mouthfuls of troll foot.
Tuntun.
Did the hopping troll move away from me?
No, he's still in the same square. He's just hopping up and down, holding his foot.
Yeah. Call it like a Tom and Jerry kind of scream.
Basically, but, missing half a foot, which is a very interesting feeling as blood is squirting out of it like a tube of toothpaste.
His screaming annoys me. I'm gonna finish him off. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
That'll be 8 damage.
As you bite into it, grabbing hold of the foot, you pull the creature back, and it falls to its back, wolfing down and biting down the foot completely. You watch as the creature just completely goes still, breathing sporadically and then quiet immediately. The creature, you realize, is either dead or very good at playing dead, as there's a lot of blood coming out of its leg.
Tauntaun thinks in his mind, because he can't say it to you now, that's how you kill a troll, you guys.
As again, Tun is just heard echoing through the hallways.
Tun.
As you wrap your turn, the boss troll looking at his minions having been destroyed, he looks on. But Melvin, you're up.
Get him, Melvin.
Well, you got Melvin. Let's see.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez, man. I don't know if I can do this, man.
What are we thinking?
It's the big guy left, right? That's
Yep.
all it is?
Yep. Still with his 2 bleeding calves from Gygax earlier, stabbing him in the both feet.
Is he still frightened as well?
He is.
And he's 50 feet away from us, correct?
Correct. No, he has moved up, so he is. He did manage to move up. From your depiction, though, Melvin, he does seem to still be feared, as he doesn't seem to look toward. It keeps looking away from you, and seems to be skirting the edge of the wall.
Because he did a touch attack on me, right?
It's a ranged touch.
Range touch.
Yep.
So he's 40 feet away?
He is, from where you're standing currently, 20 feet in front of you, Gygax, Tun, and Dutes. Melvin, he would be 25 feet in front of you, because you're 5 feet behind them.
Could I cast Shadow Play to make it look like there's a creature larger, like shadow on the wall behind him?
I believe so. Let me pull up the 3-point. It's a 2E spell. That's right. Yeah. As you go ahead and roll. What's the specific spell description? If you don't mind.
It says caster takes control of a shadow up to huge size, can change its shape but not move it from where it's lying.
Oh yeah, so you can take either the shadow on any of the shadows on the walls, or take his shadow, or anybody else in the groups.
Bailiff, take his
See, I'll use the shadow on the wall, like slightly right at the corner of his eye.
Okay. What are you trying to shape it like?
I would like to shape it. Let's do like it's a small dragon.
Okay.
Or the biggest dragon, small dragon that I can do. In the space, I should say.
As he looks over at it, you watch as the troll's eyes go wide in utter fear. It looks to seem to focus onto the creature, not even looking at any of you at this point now.
Get it, guys! That's my turn.
As Melvin ends his turn, okay. The bride-to-be is not going to bother moving, as they have given up on struggling, as they've tightened the ropes twice on themselves. Going up to the top, Dutes, so I will say all of you now have advantage on this creature, so +3 to attacks on it, as it is not paying attention. It is like eyes locked onto the shadow of this dragon.
Alright. I will approach this troll.
Okay.
It going for a whack.
All right, you walk up the extra 5 or a few feet or 20 feet up and get right into its face. Go ahead and give me an attack.
Yeah, I gotta start. I'm gonna change this dice. That's another 3.
Surprisingly, does not hit. As you smack against the leather armor, it seems to be a little bit thicker than troll hide. As you expect this to go right through, you pull back, and looking at the troll, he doesn't seem to even notice you touching him. He seems to be still focused on that shadow.
Well,
It's movement.
I moved.
Mm-hmm.
I did that, so free action. I'm a boogie.
You start dancing. Gygax, you watch as your fearless leader walks up to the troll, tries to stab it. As he doesn't seem to make enough contact with it, just starts dancing in front of it. The troll not looking and paying attention at all.
Alright, I have decided on my dice.
Okay. Gygax, you are up. What would you like to do?
I move 15 feet as the severed troll head
Okay.
to the flanking side of the troll boss.
All right. As you do so, you get onto the side. The troll is not paying attention to you, so you now have a +2 plus the other bonus.
+3,
So
plus
+5.
1, and it's
Yep.
a sneak attack. Would it be a sneak attack?
He cannot. He's not noticed you at this point, so yes.
Oh, goody. So.
Oh no.
That's a nat 20.
Roll to confirm. It'd be really unfortunate if you crit confirm this guy. No. Okay. So that does hit. Go ahead and roll up your dice, your damage. One day we'll get a full crit with 2 20s. As you as you stab into the creature, yeah. You stab into it. You watch as the creature kind of bounces up and down as the knife punctures in and pulls back out. Creature looks confused as it looks about, but seeming to think that the dragon is attacking it from around it, it seems to completely ignore. Oh, you're gonna grapple the. Oh, okay. Well, as it hasn't noticed you, it does not get an attack of opportunity, so it just gets an opposing grapple, which is still going to be at major disadvantage. So that would be 9 for this situation, +9 instead of +14. You manage to grapple onto his leg. The creature, the troll starts screaming in giant, saying, "Let go of me, you evil dragon!" and starts like shaking its leg, thinking that the shadow of the dragon has grabbed it.
And it's just a troll head at its ankle looking up at it with a shocked face, laughing.
The troll is freaking out. That is your action and your grapple, which I think grapple counts as its own action. So as you...
Done.
Yep, I was just making sure. All right. And then, all right, as he is up, he is grappled and does not know what's going on with this. He is going to go ahead and grab the lyrium crystal off of his armor and is going to shove it in his mouth and swallow. Okay, I'm going to make a fortitude save. +3. Shit. As he successfully saves, you watch as he just kind of burps a little bit of cloud of blue, dust, and looks about confused for a moment. He kind of tries to breathe down on you, Koltak. You just get more blue cloud dust on you. Nothing seems to happen. And as he can't do anything, that ends his turn. Going up to next, Tuntun, you are up.
It is time to eat. So, you say he's 20 feet away?
Correct.
Alright. Tuntun's gonna lumber his way over there, eyes focused on his prize.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna take a bite.
Okay.
By the way, what was the bonus for the scent of pastries? Was it 3 again?
Yes.
Gotcha. So, how many turns has it been since Dutes made his little dance?
It would have ended by now. Yeah, we've been going for a couple rounds here. Actually, no, you did your dance at this beginning of this battle. No, we're only on the 4th round, so you've got one more round. You're good.
Yeah.
And also, does Tuntun still get the +3 from the guy being distracted and
Yes.
shocked and scared and all that?
Yeah. Well, focusing on the dragon, thinking that there's a different threat in the room. Yep.
So that would be so it's a +7.
Basically to hit. Yep.
Okay, so 20 to hit.
Okay. Is that nat 20 or is that dirty?
No, dirty.
Okay. As you go up to it, crawling over the body, squishing them beneath your feet, you go and bite onto the creature. What would you? Go ahead and roll damage.
9 damage.
How would you like to do this?
So I guess we'll keep on the theme that you've put on. So I'm gonna get his legs from under him. Drag him out for a little bit, moving backwards. Then I'm gonna walk up to him, put my beak on his head, lift him up a little bit, and crunch.
As you walk up slowly, menacingly, glaring up at the troll. After watching him do all eat that lyrium, you go up, grabbing the foot, but Gygax isn't attached to you, pulling it out back as hard as you can. Troll, in the utter confusion and unexpectedness, seems to fall, and looking over, now seeing you climbing up to him as you're dragging him backwards, screaming with the head laughing as it's still grappled onto him. The troll going through the hellish nightmare of it seemingly seeing its death before it as you slowly move up towards its head. Gygax still laughing maniacally as the head grappled onto its leg. With half of its foot still slightly torn off, you walk over to its face, dropping the foot to the side, getting up towards its head and slowly looking in the eyes. And as the realization of the troll's eyes kind of come to, you with a snap, and the creature's gone, as nothing but viscera is left as the skull crunches and makes a loud cracking noise.
Brain tastes sweet.
As you finish chewing on it, or as you start chewing on it, exiting combat, the bride-to-be in the background, still standing there, fully unaware to you lot standing in the middle of this room, chewing on these trolls. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna move up to the lady.
Oh no. So Dutes and Tuntun are walking towards the lady, okay.
I'm searching bodies for coin.
Alright. Roll search. Go ahead, Dutes.
Untie.
You're on tire? Okay. Tuntun?
I was just gonna sit there and stare at her for a little bit, perplexed, just, wondering, just confused at the whole circumstance of someone being constrained and tied up with rope.
Yeah, as you two walk over, looking at things, or kind of inspecting the bride, Dutes, you untangle the bride's ropes, and as you look at they kind of pull, shake it off, and very irritated, pushing you aside, pull up the covering on their face, you see a black-feathered, skinny as bones, Toth. Or, as for those who aren't familiar, in what looks to be a very small Aarakocra that hasn't eaten in years, with a crow's head. As it looks at you in utter confusion, looks about at the Tuntun and then back to Dutes and goes, starts squawking for a moment, and then in common goes, "You won't eat me, right?"
No.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
Wait, is that a bull? No, don't eat me! And he kind of starts backing into the corner, seeing the beholder.
You don't look like you taste very good.
This person looks very hungry, and I know something that fills me up just right. I'm gonna reach my head around in my saddlebag and just pull a pastry out and just nudge it towards him.
The creature looking at the very bloody and viscera-covered maw of this tortoise, this world turtle, pulling out a perfectly fine pastry and then covering it in bloody saliva, viscera, and the smell of those trolls. Looks down at you and just kind of slowly puts its hand out, doesn't pull too hard on the pastry as it gently tries to take it from you. As it does, it just looks at it and kind of tears a clean piece off and puts it in its mouth and starts eating it and looking at it, just nods at you up and down, Tuntun, you see the fear in its eyes.
Tuntun does a little happy nod. Yeah, it's good.
It looks, the creature looks back over at Dutes and goes, is he gonna eat me?
No, none of them will eat you.
Why is there a troll head are you traveling with a beholder and there's a troll head dancing around searching or looking at bodies?
Yes, that is Interesting questions. The beholder is friendly, as far as I've seen. Has not eaten anything or anyone, so you should be fine.
That's a lie. I ate one of the trolls.
I didn't see it.
Toph
Turn
looks
back
up.
into a mimic.
You. Oh God! You're from Kekek. You're working for the dragons, aren't you? Please don't eat me. I didn't do it. I didn't steal that egg.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, you weren't sitting here by the dwarf.
No.
What's a dwarf?
Tiny fella, tan skin, black hair, had a belt of useless crap.
Oh, I've got a
We-
belt.
We found a belt, but
I will
not
get my
attached to a
belt.
dwarf.
Show him my belt.
As Tuntun Cat turns aside showing the belt, the creature looks at it and goes, "He fucking screwed me. He said he would come get me after this. I'm gonna kill him. Well, first I have to live. Shit.
You should be fine.
You're
None of
so
us
you're gonna
will
totally
hurt
let me go?
Well, I mean, after you answer some questions I have. What exactly are you doing down here?
He kind of thinks for a second, looks at you, looks back over at Tuntun, looks at the rest of the group.
Tuntun's gonna lie down.
He kind of thinks for a second. You see definitely the wheels churning in this creature's head for a moment, and it goes, what was the question?
What are you doing down here?
So I got hired by a dwarf to investigate and research some things. He said he'd pay good money after I got down here, and then we got split up, and I got captured by some trolls when a bunch of them came down this way, as I was looking for my friend, and... Well, I assume you ate my friend, seeing as that's his armor, or that's his tool, his belt. As you can see the
Tuntun
frazzle.
will shake his head.
We didn't eat anyone. I presume the trolls did.
Well...
You keep saying that, but Gygax definitely ate at least a couple people.
I mean, to be fair, the only things we've eaten
And
so
Tauntaun.
far in this entire campaign has been trolls.
I ate one head.
2 heads.
Trolls are people to some people.
Yeah,
Today
I
it
feel
was
like
one
you need to
head.
be like, yeah, they've only eaten trolls as far
The
as
Toth
I know.
looks about and goes, technically, trolls are a recognized race that have their own nation. The fact that you just cruelly killed, I mean, these creatures are too dumb to know any better, but still, just as a note, you did technically eat. You know what, I'm gonna be honest, you're traveling with a beholder and a mimic and a turtle that seems to eat people, or eat creatures. I'm just gonna not insult you, so what do I gotta pay you, or what do I gotta do to be let go and not eaten by the turtle? Or the beholder, or the mimic?
You know, the guy that we're working for might have some questions for you.
See,
true.
I've got a pack of 30 gold pieces that says you never saw me.
I'd stop everything and look at her. Gold pieces?
Alright, I'll make it 40.
Gold pieces?
I feel like just a couple questions.
He kind of you see them kind of dig into a little side pouch and pulls out like 3 little potion bottles of a blue coloration. He goes, "These are 3 lyrium potions, on top of 50 gold pieces," as he sets it down.
Maybe just one finger? And I lick my chops.
I take the items.
Fine.
So
Alright, and he kind of, as you pick the items up, dude, so you see that Toth seems to misunderstand it and he pulls out a little dagger and sets it down and goes, "It's a +1 dagger I managed to steal off of one of the guards down here. That is more gold than you will ever see on this island. That should be plenty."
I walk up to Doots. Put the gold in my mouth. I'll hold on to it.
I hand you
open
the
up
gold.
wide.
The Toth
I
looks in
just put-
utter fear as Dudes hands the gold.
I'm gonna motion the Toth towards the back of my shell.
Is he trying to get me to scratch his butt, or?
No.
No, get on his back. You're going with us.
But, like, I'd rather, like I said, that's more than enough payment. I can just find my way out of here.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure you don't want to get captured by more trolls because there's more down here.
I think I'll be fine. I'm perfectly fine. I can get out. Listen, the big one caught me off guard. He got me with a rock in the back of the head.
And who's to say that there might not be a bigger one with a bigger rock?
I look over, because according to the map, there's to the left, there's a big pit where a bunch of spider shit is.
Spiderwebs were ya?
Look, I'd rather have you not running around and potentially get captured again, so at least come with us to meet our boss, and then you should be free to go.
All right, fine. All the gold I've got on me. All right, and you didn't. He kind of pulls out another pouch of gold as he sets it down. There is 100 GP in there, gold pieces in there. If that's not enough for you to leave me alone, then you might as well just kill me, because I'm not going to meet your boss. I don't know how much clearer I have to make this, of how dense you are.
I mean, Caleb, to be honest, we only came here to kill trolls.
As you contemplate that, Melvin, as you say that, the creature, he looks up at you, or the Toth looks up at you and goes, I am not suspicious. Your boss doesn't like my kind, and I don't want to be killed. I think that's plenty of a reason to not want to be found, because I was doing a job for someone else, and I have a feeling it's going to not be very well interpreted that way. Did you not see what he did to the fiend that he found? Sneaking about his stuff. I'm not even near his...
Just blankly staring. You're using a lot of big words.
But now I want you to understand that very much could happen to us if we just let you go.
See, here's the choice. You got two options here, right? I've given you what I can. Now, if this is going to turn to violence, I'm not seeing your boss. But if it's going to turn to violence, I'm going to take that beholder and I'm going to kill you with it. So I'm giving you an out here. I'm really trying to be nice here. I know more spells than you, and I can already tell that.
As soon as he threatens Melvin, I grapple.
Go ahead and roll grapple. Unless you roll a nat 1, I can't beat you, so...
While he's grappling, I'm going to hit them with my quarterstaff to knock them unconscious. That is my goal.
Jesus, what? 159. Oh, 15.
I think
Oh, plus 153.
Yeah, it's supposed to be plus 15, so hold on, let me do it again.
So 6 plus 15, that is 19.
21.
Okay. Yeah, 21, okay. Oh, that is 21, yep. Alright, go ahead and do it and roll to attack as well, since you're also trying to get a hit on him. Yeah, Gygax, you managed to easily grapple onto him without real much difficulty. This creature does not have much strength to him.
And basically, I wrapped myself around him.
Yeah, I assume around his, mid-waist, or are you going up to his chest?
Nope. Arms.
Arms?
So
okay.
Chest and arms, so his arms are...
holding him down, okay. Basically replacing the rope. 19, that hits. Surprising with commoner's clothing on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And damage is 5.
As you go to smack... Are you doing this non-lethally or lethally?
Non-lethal.
Yeah, as you go to smack him, as soon as Gygax grapples him, the creature, the hit hits him in the back of the head, and he drops. Completely unconscious.
Wow.
Once again, Tunton will motion towards his back.
I will drag the Toth now, along with Gygax, and just place both of them on the back of Tuntun.
Alright. As, I assume you guys are heading back towards, the city at that point with the creature on your back now, or with the Toth on your back?
Yep.
Yes.
Or are you exploring this area?
No, I really don't want to touch that spider area, to be honest with you.
No, we can check that another day.
And just to make clear, are you leaving the leather armor behind?
No, we're taking
Oh, that leather armor, the thing with lyrium bits in it. Yeah, dudes, you should definitely grab that. I mean, I can't tell you that, but I'll motion my head towards it.
I tell them what I found out about it.
Okay.
4 spell slots, 1st and 2nd level.
Yeah, 2 for 2nd level, yep.
Yeah, I'm removing that leather armor from that troll, and I will be taking it.
Yeah, a few minutes go by as you kind of like undress the troll, pulling everything off, taking the item off. You do see that the troll's stomach is glowing a little bit blue. Slightly, it seems to like come in and out as you kind of are looking to or unbuttoning the creature. But you get the leather armor off with real ease. It has currently 5 more lyrium crystals currently strapped onto it. Yeah, feel free to do a quick search of the room for everyone who's looking for loot.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a sniff about. It's a search check, right?
Correct.
That is a 15.
15, okay.
Tuntun doesn't see shit. That's a 5.
Okay. Melvin?
I got an 11.
11?
Yeah.
As a lot of you look about, you besides the leather armor, you don't find, and the gear you just got from the Toth, you don't find anything else. The trolls seem to be very unequipped for most of their gear, and it seems to be tarnished as you lot kind of get annoyed at a lot of the gear. Finding a couple skeleton bits in here, the bones are there, but nothing of interest. As you turn and head back, heading back towards the city, you manage to go through without any issue, coming towards the entrance of the cave. Right as you find the river, you all begin to hear the sounds of clicking on stone. As
Actually, clicking that matches the footsteps of small, pointy, thin legs.
As you all turn around, you see a group of 4 spiders coming towards you.
Roy said, "You ain't escaping that spider fight."
And that's where we're gonna end today's session to pick up next time. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and I always enjoy a good cliffhanger with my players. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time.